You're listening to Say It Come. I'm just saying the waffle, as a waffle, is absolutely obnoxious. Hey, this is just a song that fits in between genres. We're really trying to tell you that we're down-home folks without saying we're country, because we don't want the connotation of being good old boys.
I trade my truck for an iPhone 1. Turns out it was stolen and no longer worked.
No.
The gods don't interfere with what may or may not be a cursed weapon. She didn't care when freaking a demon was in our party. Why would she give a crap about a cursed act?
That's funny. What are you doing? Oh my God! What is happening? This is why we did Say It Common, just for these kind of moments right here.
Welcome back to Say It in Common, where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Seth Templin.
Tyrell Merle.
Anthony Tate.
Dustin Foltz.
Mad at Malachi. Kale.
Mad at Malachi. We'll talk about why. Where's my phone? Over there. So, we got anything to talk about for on the campaign? AJ's not here. He's at a surprise birthday party for a bandmate of his, and he's going to go play music for a little bit, I think.
Let's see.
It's going to be a mess.
We're going to hell tonight to fight Miranda.
Yep.
Maybe.
And then tomorrow, Galbatorex.
We're wrapping this thing up. No, not wrapping it up yet.
That sounds like a great name for like a T-Rex.
That does, like a robot
Galbatorex?
T-Rex.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like Megatron's
Right.
boss.
Yeah.
Yes, I just came up with that
Pretty
name
much
on the
what
spot.
happened the last game. I mean, y'all just got magical items out the wazoo.
Oh boy.
Some of us did.
Well, you have enough.
You're an armory.
I'm so happy that Buck
You never
got
talk
that
about
dog.
your gi anymore.
My what?
Do you ever change your gi? Your robes that you're wearing, like they change into four seasons or something?
No, because I don't need to. I don't forget about it. I have it. It's
not necessary?
Yeah, I check it. But I mean, I like to change clothes. You know what I mean? I have a whole set of armor, a robot set in my inventory.
But you can't wear it
Wait,
because you'll lose the benefits.
You mean you have a robot? What are you going to do when it wakes up?
What are you talking about?
Lily woke them all up. If you pull that thing, where are you keeping it right now?
No, I just have a. Remember when we first met the T-Rex?
Yeah.
I salvaged a suit of armor.
The Ashara were taking pieces of the armor, making armor out of
Where
it.
is this?
In my inventory.
It's not
He just got it strapped on his back.
So he's
Whenever he walks, it's just a clanking,
Yeah.
just constant clanking. He has
Yeah,
disadvantage now
absolutely.
on stealth checks.
You've got a big Santa sack full of metal parts.
Yeah. I'm so glad that Buck got that dog, dude. Ras did not need that dog. Absolutely
he did
not,
not.
dude. He's so butthurt that you got a dog, but he didn't need nothing else, dude.
That's just one more thing for him to lose.
It fits Buck so well, though.
I did not expect Buck to be like, "Oh, I got a dog."
Did you
super
settle?
excited.
Did you settle on Cogsworth, or did you check? What's the name going to be?
I think we did go with Cogsworth.
we
didn't
nothing. It's your dog. What you want its name to be?
I feel like I went with the group on Cogsworth, but
Good name.
it is.
good
It's
name.
a solid name. It's a strong Christian name.
Cogsworth.
No. We're the what do we call this new race?
The Warforged?
Yes, the
We're probably
Warforged.
not calling them that right now. They're
The
just the
Warforged.
automatons.
The
right now.
automatons have a candidate for their god. And
By the,
Okay.
Raciscius.
Speaking of
Raciscius?
the-
Racius?
speaking of the dog naming little piece of our last campaign, Slartzer was over the moon that you first recommended his name as the dog's first name. His name is Stuart.
Yeah.
And he's like, I love that he chose my name first.
You're welcome, Stuart. You're the man, buddy. I guess Cogsworth was better to the rest of these losers, though.
Cogsworth is a really good name for a robot dog.
It is.
Yeah,
as
it
good
is.
as Stewart.
It's good. It's good. It's just
Goddard is also good, though.
Goddard was.
Also
That's too on the nose.
It's very on the nose.
I think
Nickelodeon might come for us if we had chosen Goddard.
I think our healer really needed that DPS,
Does
assistance.
it do damage?
I'm sure it will.
Is it a combat familiar?
It It has different aspects. You're saying that I can have it
All
change.
4 of the changes.
Okay, I did. I see. Whenever I was, oh wait, it's not here. It's in my messages. 1 second.
Can it cast disintegrate?
I don't know, but he can ride it out of the room whenever Draxus murders every one of
So
us.
we
Buck can
unlocked,
survive.
I think, 2 of them.
how
right?
big is this
2 or
thing?
3. It's a medium construct, so it's
It's a big dog.
it's the size of a mastiff. It looks like I said, it looks like a Doberman.
A human can't. I mean, is a Doberman
Yeah,
classified
an adult
as medium?
could not ride a Doberman.
No.
Right, but I can ride this.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
He asked you if you could ride it last time. You told him, yeah.
I think I said Quincy might.
Yeah,
could.
Quincy might.
Quincy can.
Quincy's a halfling.
So here we
He's
go.
small.
The 4 modes that it has, it's modular, is multi-tool, rocket jump,
I remember rocket jump.
flame torch, and relay. So
Is it an action to switch it between modes or something?
think so. Let me see here. A creature with proficiency in Tinker's tools can modify the cog dog to a different variant with 1 hour of work. And
Oh, so you have to pick a mode and stay in the mode,
Right.
And you don't have proficiency with that. So do any of
I
us?
think what we had and this is just like we were rushing through talking about it because didn't
Right.
want to dwell on it.
Yeah.
But the fact that the dog has multi-tool can do it itself.
Oh, it can tinker itself.
It can
You hear that?
perform
You
it.
hear that, Kyle? It can tinker itself.
So cool. Me too, buddy.
So
Same
rocket
comments.
jump.
I'm not going to make further time. I'm not going to continue.
I hope AJ listens to this.
So the
This is what happens when you're not here.
rocket jump, it can jump 60 feet and not provoke or opportunity attacks are made with disadvantage.
Rocket jump is just like it's kind of like the leap I have with my shoes. It's just another way of saying Misty Step.
This one, the welder variant, is blast fire from its mouth, 10-foot cone, 46 damage. Communicate is it can link with another cog dog within 5 miles.
Which is useless to you, so you don't even want it on that mode. So pretty much it'll be between rocket jump and the flamethrower.
It can carry up to 500 pounds without being slowed
It
down.
could definitely pick you up.
Is it a medium or small creature?
Medium.
Yeah, then because a horse is a medium creature.
It's
Be comfortable.
immune.
It doesn't
To,
have a saddle.
it's immune to poison and psychic.
Right, that's being metallic or being an automaton thing.
Can't be blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, or poisoned. Dark vision, 60 feet, passive perfect, 12. I think. Okay, so it has a vice bite and a magic nose.
Would you classify heat vision as a blind sight, as a variation of blind sight, almost? Yeah. And as long as the creature produces heat, you could see it.
Okay, it's
That's something that D&D doesn't mess with.
thermovision.
Yeah, well, yeah.
When you said heat vision, I thought Superman.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking at first too, but I got on
yeah.
yeah,
Heat
it's-
ray.
yeah. Well, I just mean the ability to see heat,
thermal
vision. Yeah, I would
Wait.
consider that a variation of blind sight.
Cogsworth isn't sentient.
No.
No, he had a command word and everything. Like he's like a.
He's a
Like a
Oh, so
familiar.
y'all don't have a problem with Cogsworth, huh? Y'all are gonna let Cogsworth live. That's good. That's good.
I didn't have anything to do with Cogsworth. I just got here. I just got here and gave everybody but you magic items.
Dude, all 4 of those shard plates together were crazy.
Y'all should have saw what the stuff actually did when it was still in one piece. It was like 200 temporary hit points, and you were an absolute monster until the stuff started getting broken, and then you were completely screwed. But
Does
I
it
was
have negatives like?
oh yeah.
Good job, Seth.
But see, but on Gillard, those negatives don't matter because I'll just use my cape and teleport out of it, and I would have just left the armor sitting there and just started right over. So those even the negatives weren't really a negative to me. It just means I had to escape out of it.
Good. I'm glad your magic items are so
Well, we
awesome.
broke it into
You know
4.
what? It doesn't matter.
He kept 2 of them.
It doesn't
I
matter.
did.
Did you give the sword to Kella here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to matter
Is
later
that sword
on.
better than your sword?
It is a +3.
Yeah.
Mine's +1.
But yours was like magical.
Mine has range, but that one has the ability to like decapitate something in one hit. So
And he can use both.
yeah, I could use both.
Because the benefit to being to two-handed weapons is you can just freely swap them on your turn. Apparently, you can't do that with multi-handed weapons. You actually have to use a bonus action to swap a second weapon, and that's why there's a feat that when you swap one, there's a feat
It's free.
It allows you to freely swap both, and takes away that benefit. I didn't know you couldn't. I thought you could freely swap weapons because in 3.5, like you could infinitely swap weapons on your
Yeah.
turn because it was a free action. So it's like you can completely you could go from these two weapons to these two weapons to these two weapons and then attack and then keep swapping weapons. Completely unfeasible for 6 seconds,
Yeah.
but it's technically an abuse of the rules.
I mean, if you had like, there could be reasons why, like you get more movement bonus if you're holding this weapon.
Right.
This weapon has range.
You want to end your turn with your shield back out, which you don't want to have in your hand to attack. Yeah.
I don't even like doing that. Like as playing as Thordak, doing the shield mastery, like shoving thing. Yeah, you technically could, as a free action, put away your thing and then have a two-handed slam with your. But that's not what you're doing. That's not realistic.
Right. It's abuse of the rules. Like you said, if you had an item that while you're holding it gave you a movement bonus, you could take out that item, move, put that item away, get your DPS items out, attack, put those items away, get your shield out, and then hold your turn.
I wouldn't allow that as a DM.
I wouldn't either, but
But rules is written. Yeah, that's
yeah, rules, 3.5 rules, not.
While all you guys were, getting the hoard of gold and gems, you guys were missing the bigger point.
Oh yeah,
You guys were missing the
trying to
bigger
become a
point.
god to
Okay, the DM said that these new creatures are going to experience life for themselves, and that means at some point in time, at least a group of them are going to be looking for
guidance.
a higher power. Let's say.
a purpose.
and then they're going to hear the stories about how God Rask fought
I know this is where this is going.
the evil dictator Jike,
Single-handedly.
and then I'm going to have my own sect. When your armor rusts and it fades and you die, I will still be here with my sect of automatons. Remember that.
Oh Lord.
Who would have ever thought Rask would become a politician?
He was out there shaking hands and kissing babies. He said that.
Yeah, I
All
know.
babies,
I know.
technically.
And then when he found out that there was magic, there was items being given away, he was like, "Can I be
coming back.
Can I be anywhere but here?" No, you can't.
Now in the long run.
So anything else about the last game? It wasn't too interesting. Okay, let's get to the juicy stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I thought it was good. It was just
Yeah, it was a fun game.
It's like it has its like because it was like half a shopping episode and half of a I guess consequences episode.
We have to do that every once in a while.
Yeah. We can't let every episode be a banger, or else we wouldn't have anything left.
So who has read this? I know Dustin has. The three of you have not, right? You are not Discordians very well. So this was Malachi's take after listening to the end of the Jike fight.
Right, whatever that was called, part 2. Yeah.
I just listened to the end of the next to last episode, and I cannot believe the utter incompetence and utter jackassery of every person in the party besides Quincy, Gillard, and Kelly. Sentience doesn't mean something has a soul or moral competence. 5 of these bots could wipe out an entire city if they turned, and all Quincy wanted to do was wait until later so they didn't have an extra problem. And I don't know why Everett was acting like he had a 6-inch wide pine knot rammed between his cheeks. I wish Steggers was here. But saying Quincy is just like Jike or Draxus is just asinine. Maybe in a couple of months from now, in Palexia, after the bots form a club called Skynet, that's a Terminator joke for all you listeners who don't know.
All you youngins.
It'll give us another ripe opportunity to hear a speech on morality from the clowns again. Quincy should have handed them a Democratic voter's guide after they were done whining. Now, I said it on there. I have a really weird thing I want to talk about in a little bit about this as a DM, but I do consider sentience in a D&D game to be the equivalent of having a soul. I don't like These characters, they're different than us. They don't really.
You're saying due to the inclusion of magic, sentience means
they're
magically
alive.
attaining a soul.
They are alive, and they have the right to be alive. Is how I am kind of ruling that as a DM.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. Malachi. In a world of magic, robots have feelings too.
But then he went on and was. I mean, y'all want have anything to say about that? You want to talk to Malachi since he's not here to defend himself?
This is the perfect opportunity.
I mean, there's two of you who are for it,
Yep, and two of us who
two of you are against it.
Yeah.
And again, Buck, I don't feel like was very vocal.
This is it's because it's so conflicting.
It is.
Okay. We're basically in the terms of what we're seeing in this campaign, it's like if we were standing around one of these military vehicles that has just like racks and racks of missiles, and Jesus comes down and says, "Okay, this thing's alive now."
These missiles.
This vehicle with these missiles on it.
Right.
And it transforms, and it still has the missiles on its back.
It's Optimus Prime.
But yeah, it's Optimus Prime. Okay, and it says, "Listen,
Galvatorix.
I died for that.
I want to, I just want to live in peace, and I know I look threatening, and I know I can be threatening, but I just want to be given this chance, and I'm gonna go live in among this group of."
Right.
Africans who are just like living in huts, okay? And I'm gonna live with them and
The druids
all
are
that.
to you?
No. It's just like the difference in technology.
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
he was thinking of the dying planes, and he immediately apparently thought of Africa.
No, just like the difference in the technology,
Right.
from these people that are living in these handmade huts to Optimus Prime. And it's like, well, I'm telling you, I want to live peacefully.
Okay, and I want to challenge what you said because you're saying they're powerful, they're strong, and they're scary looking, and that's our concern, right? But only Lily wants to live peacefully. The 10,000 she's about to wake up, we don't know how they want to live. So you're making an assumption that they will all peacefully coexist. And the problem that me, and I'll speak for AJ, for Quincy a little bit here, is we don't know how they're going to live, and we just don't have the time to deal with it. Mm-hmm. The whole reason we went to Galeport was we didn't want a problem behind us while we're dealing with the king. Mm-hmm. The reason that we're here is because we didn't want a problem behind us while we deal with the king. We're leaving a problem behind us while we deal with the king because if
We're
even
leaving a potential problem.
Potential problem. It was. With Jike, it was a guaranteed problem. With Bathories, it was a guaranteed problem. With Hornbeam, it was a guaranteed problem. Now it's like we're leaving. If 200 of these things decide, humanity kind of sucks.
Right.
And
You keep saying it's not humanity though. There's elves, there's orcs, there's all these.
So what if mortal
Society
life in
would
general?
it's
a bad thing.
It's more complicated in a D&D setting.
It is,
but it's what do they call it? Fair races. The fair races kind of suck. If you're not considered one of the fair races, you're usually a beast, and we'd kill you on the spot anyway. That's usually where goblins and orcs are viewed anyway. That's the
orc
D&D
lives
thing.
matter.
And well, my counterpoint to that, and that's,
right.
It's a very fair argument.
Yeah.
My counterpoint to that is, by all accounts, it seems like they are trying to form a society within society. What makes society is laws. So you have 200 people or 200 individuals that are acting outside of what they have set for their society, what they have, and being automatons, they're more rigid. They're going to be more rigid in their. They're going to be more lawful creatures.
Right, but by me saying 200, I'm just saying statistically, right?
Yeah,
they're not going to be good.
I know what you mean.
But really, it's just one automaton's viewpoint that you're trusting. That's the problem, is we don't know what we're getting. And Gillard made the point: wake them up slowly, find out what you're dealing with. That apparently was not okay.
I don't think that's a fair thing to ask, though.
It's not.
She's alone.
It wasn't a fair
by
thing.
herself on this planet.
It wasn't a fair thing to revive her either. Like she didn't have to be revived. She's just and this is Gillard's standpoint. She has in a way turned against the party because she's following a belief that she didn't even have a day ago. Like she just came up with this on the spot.
That's the point of sentience.
She's proven that she's sentient, but she's also proving that while she can change her mind within a day, every one of these things she's about to wake up can change her mind in a day. And then we talked about like them being newborn infants. Well, last time I checked, it doesn't matter if you're an elf, a human, or a dwarf, or a halfling. You can't destroy a city the day you wake up. You can't. They just can't.
Okay,
But any of these can.
Hold on. So yeah, that's totally true. But I'm sure there's some kind of species like a dragon that could do that. You know,
No, baby dragons.
Baby dragons are not very
They would
Regardless.
be, they would be a problem, but they would not. They could be dealt with by the city guard.
Regardless, I think you guys are forgetting that you're arguing that these things could just start attacking people and do whatever.
They
and
could.
They could
And-
turn evil. But you're forgetting that we've been working with one of them. So what does it take to make them
And that's the blueprint.
sentient and normal? What did Lily do? She got to experience the world. She made the choice by herself. And you guys are acting like they also can't do the same thing, even though they are the same thing.
They can, but we don't have the time to manage
Right.
10,000 things.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
Lily
I
is
mean-
now that source of
But
ideas
But
and
Lily's
views.
one. Lily can't manage 10,000 of them at once.
doesn't
But
have
she's
to.
also imbued with the power of this
share a hive
nature
mind.
spirit.
But doesn't that also go against their sentience? If she's digitally pushing her thoughts onto them, isn't she overriding their own sentience by making them like her?
I mean, I don't think anybody would make that argument towards like the Illithid. And they have the brain. What is it?
Elder brain.
The elder brain.
Right, but their subjects can't worship them and make them gods, which is what Jake was doing. Well, maybe not.
Elder brain god.
Not quite. No, not quite.
But the thing, like, Jike wasn't a god in the divine sense. He was a god in the digital sense.
Well,
In
it
a
wasn't even
sense,
that.
in a sense that has not been quantified in this realm before. So you're right that they can't. That the Illithid, in this example, that the Illithid can't worship the Elder Brain into godhood. All that was done by Jike's grit, his work, all that. It wasn't empowered by the creation. It was empowered by his own machinations.
I mean, it literally just took living life and having experiences for Lily, this just sentient Malachi without a soul thing, to have her own mindset, and it's a good mindset. The only thing that you would say is not good is that she doesn't want to be alone by herself. She wants to awaken her own species because
she
who
wakes
are
up.
we?
She wakes up 10 siblings. She's no longer alone. They could become basically. So with part of with rolling it out, right? If she wakes up 10 siblings and they all basically see like she does, and she trusts in them to continue forth her message, then all 11 of them now, because she wakes up 10 more, that's 11. They can all now wake up 10 more. I mean, you would have them all woken up within 2 weeks. I mean, probably before then because of exponentially increasing gains.
Yeah, it's easy to say whenever you have an entire species of your race on a planet. It's like she's sentient now, and she come to a realization, oh, I'm alone here. I could not be alone here. You can't even argue against it because we don't know what that would be like.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea what
Probably
that's
the
like.
worst thing ever.
But we also worked with this
What was that
automaton.
Chris Pratt movie where he's up in space and he wakes up Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, because he didn't want to be alone.
Because he didn't want to be alone.
And then there's also in Interstellar, one of the characters in Interstellar goes against the mission and actually brings them to his planet because he was so afraid of dying all alone on that planet.
Yeah,
so he breaks his robot and then he sends out an all clear signal that he shouldn't have, and he ends up bringing people to basically a death trap of ice.
Yeah. So if Lily was a person, she took all the necessary steps to be a person. And we all liked Lily as a person. But
Right.
the minute she does the one thing that it makes no sense to me that you guys aren't are realizing that we have been working with this automaton, the
Right.
things that you're so scared of, you're so worried they're going to just start attacking everybody. But like, she
Dylan
didn't.
pretty much felt like she had betrayed the party, right?
Yeah.
And that's absurd. I don't understand
what it draws from Anthony's experience, from Anthony's, what it evokes out of my mind is honest to God, the American Revolution. Okay. England, you can see as Jike. The automatons you can see as America. The party you can see as France. Okay. This group was made for improving England or Jike. It was made to make him better. Okay. And then constantly
No
fighting
taxation without representation.
We're constantly fighting
Time for
against.
another one.
We're constantly fighting again in the terms of like American Revolution, the French and Indian War, all kinds of territorial disputes, fights up in Canada. We're fighting against the French, and then the opportunity comes where we can break free from England, and we take that opportunity. France steps in for their own personal reasons, of course.
For their own personal reasons. It was also very, very awkward because the people they have just fighting against like a few years ago.
But what's the best way to stick in England's craw?
Right.
Let's help America. Right. And so they're like, okay, we want liberty. We want the freedom to choose what it is that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And France wasn't like, well, hold on, guys. Listen, you guys have been fighting since you were a colony. Maybe let's slow roll this whole democracy thing, and you just let us kind of manage your government until you can get your legs under you. Right.
Well, see, but that's where I disagree with you. I was never saying the party should oversee anything. I just wanted Lily to take it slow. I don't want a machine army coming in behind us.
But in just that very recommendation, we were overseeing. We put ourselves in an administrative role in just telling.
Which AJ has no problem with. AJ sees that you guys as the
we topple and we bring up governments as a 7-man party.
Yeah.
Y'all have the say so in Palexia.
And the truth be told, like we helped her get here, so if that's our one ask, because like I said, I'm not trying to influence the robots. I'm just trying to make sure that the ones that get woken up, if they're going to be problematic, you can handle. I want them to be I want you to be growing at a pace you can handle, because Lily, we spent enough time on Lily that I choose to believe her as best I can, because of her connection to the nature god. But in reality, like even when Gillard questioned Lily herself, she refused to wake up her kin in her sacred place, which tells me she herself understands how dangerous they are, and she is purposely going against her own better judgment. If she could take all of them and wake all of them up in the grove, she risked the grove's very safety. And it's like, so you don't want to risk the grove's safety, just this entire area's safety, just the world's safety. And honestly, I don't really think that Gillard believes that these 10,000 automatons could endanger the world. But if they figure out enough by going through Jike's records, they could just decide the king is right and that everyone else is wrong.
That's probably because of me a little bit. I mean, we built them up to be powerful, but like 10,000 Warforged in a D&D normal campaign, like no one cares, right?
Well,
Tyrell?
Also in normal D&D campaigns, they don't explode every time they die either.
that has important things. Oh, we didn't talk about that. That was discussed. In the last game, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just think the thing is, like, we watched one of them. We watched her experience life and how she came out at the end, and it just showed me that she is no different than an elf, than a human, than a dwarf. No different. Just experiences make the person.
If you were born, if you were born, right, and let's just bring your situation closer to theirs. You don't have any connection to why you were brought into this world. You were just brought into the world. If you discovered that Kyle was born as a tool for war, would you want to go to war? Would you?
I mean, if I just woke up,
right,
and all my memories have been erased,
but
somebody's like, "Hey, dude."
So you don't remember. So let's say you don't know your parents, right? Because the whole point is that you don't want to be pushing Jike's message,
okay,
right? But eventually, they're all going to connect to the servers. Eventually, they're all going to have access to data. They'll eventually, some of them will eventually find out they were tools of war. Okay. If you discover let's say 5 days in, you've been awake for 5 days, you discovered, I'm actually a tool for war, and I'm actually really, because we have different types of automatons. He's got regular units, and he's also got the super big daddies with the hammers. You're one of those, right? You're better than other automatons even. Like it's like these like, you could take out your own kind. You're a tool of war and destruction.
I think that's kind of like the whole story behind like I'm not sure positive, but in Eberron, where the Warforged are originally from, there is a character called the Lord of Blades, and that character is an automaton or a Warforged that has freaking swords like sticking out all over his body, like blades all over the place. But anyway, I think that's kind of his thing. Is like he may kill.
I'm better. I'm good at killing, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, me as a person right now, when I walk into a room of average human beings,
Yes.
and I know that I could kill these people, because I know what it takes to at 28 years old not be able to do 10 push-ups, and that's an average person.
Right.
Just because I know that I could pummel somebody to death right now does not make me want to pummel them to death.
Right, but you also have society that's influenced you. Now you're 5 days old and you have none of that.
Okay, beautiful. So we have experiences. These are new people that
Have none.
are so unlucky to wake up as grown adults. That sucks. But so what they do have though is Lily's experiences. Because, like we already suggested, it's a hive mind type thing, but they all are their own selves.
Right.
So Lily experienced life. We watched her do it. We know that she understands right and wrong. We know that she can make split decisions. We know that she can do every single thing that you and I can do, even though she was.
She can do things that we can't do. Will all of the?
I mean, mentally.
I guess, yeah. Just a question that DM probably can't answer, but I feel like it needs to be asked. Because Lily is both a druid, wizard, cleric, are all the automatons now druid, wizard, clerics?
No, I said this up ahead. Lily is one of a kind. Like,
Okay. So the mage ones can still be mages, but it's exclusive to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's been pretty much Fey touch. She is she has changed. She is different. I said it somewhere up there. And I probably shouldn't have said this on there, but I'll go ahead and say it here. Y'all don't know this. Y'all can never know this. But, most likely her amount of power will come down. She won't stay that powerful forever. She will, the touch will kind of fade, and she'll kind of even out somewhere.
So her power will decline as its necessity declines, right?
So pretty much what you were just arguing, though, what I was saying about pummeling people is, Dustin, you're a very big human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so whenever people walk into the room and they look at you and they're like, oh my God, that is a massive human being.
Yeah. I like to believe being 6'1" in high school prevented me from getting bullied.
Yeah. Do you think, are you a bad person?
No.
Okay. So just because you look intimidating does not make you that thing.
But I also didn't learn 5 days old that I was an instrument of war.
One day old.
Yeah, but we're giving them all.
I'm saying it will take them a few times to parse through data.
If I found out yesterday that my dad impregnated my mother specifically so I could play football, and I just found this out today, would it make me want to play football? No.
Right, but
some people though.
Yeah, some people.
Some people want to live up to their father's expectations.
Right.
Up to Jike's expectations.
Yes.
But that's part of life. That's part of experience.
Right, but that's where Gillard is just trying not to have problems at our back. The whole reason we came here is to not have a problem at our back.
Yeah. Gillard is not trying to be philosophical.
Yeah, no,
he's being very practical.
Yeah, it's like you're talking about should this race live or die, and Gillard's thinking this race could potentially come and attack me, and I don't want that. Right. I think Quincy is taking a more political approach than Gillard is. Gillard's is just I don't want a problem. I don't want to deal with another problem right now.
I don't know if Quincy feels that way or not. I can't.
Well, I mean, he did say that he feels like it's our job to determine how things. I feel like that's
crazy.
That's a little more political.
I love that.
He gets really mad. He does not.
Crazy.
He doesn't like us. Like he says he don't think that Quincy's been emo for a while, and I would agree. I don't think he's emo. But he also just does not think that Quincy is evil. and I'm not going to talk.
I don't think he's evil.
I don't think
wouldn't
he's
think he's
evil.
evil
I
either.
think he's
I
going
think
down the road.
Yes, I think the for the greater good argument, and he said yes, we're for the greater, like whatever it takes. That is a very slippery slope.
Yeah, and there's levels.
Easily can
Okay,
become
this is a little off topic, but me and Brianna have been watching. We rewatched all of the Fantastic Beasts, and we were talking about how much of a failure that was, and how much better it could have gone. For the greater good was Dumbledore and Grindelwald's whole thing.
Yep.
So for the greater good could be a Dumbledore
Yep.
or Grindelwald.
Yeah.
I think it was Hitler's thing too.
Was
which,
it?
what Grindelwald is based off of.
Hitler was not for the greater good.
He thought he was.
No, he wasn't.
He did.
No, he's saying he thought.
No, I know.
Hitler thought he was. Yeah.
His personal ideology is for the greater good, but it 100%
Right,
wasn't. Like,
but that's
It's
still
subjective
He still had
to
the
everybody.
power,
Right.
and he had the willpower to try to
Right.
enforce his
So
ideology.
that-
They also had the cult
Yes.
mindset to follow it.
Yeah.
So does
that-
Quincy, though. We are the cult.
That's where you're. So
Seriously.
that's where you're approaching the viewpoint of no one sees themselves as the villain, right?
Right.
Yes.
I can understand that. Right.
Quincy is going down a dark road, and it is crazy to watch it.
Well, no, he's not. You think he is, and you could like if this was a written out story, you could make him that way.
Yeah.
AJ's not going to play him off to be a bad guy. He's
Well, of
not
course,
going to.
of course.
But like if this was written out and you were like directing it, you could just keep doing that, and it would be a very cool arc.
It's just the progression
it's-
of Quincy as a character is insane to me. I've loved
I
every
do not
second
think
of
Quincy's
it.
evil.
No,
I don't either.
he's not evil.
But it also, if you think back though, because AJ isn't dealing with a bard or a barbarian, he's dealing with a bard/barbarian. So Quincy brings just as much bard reasoning as he does barbarian chaos. AJ, I think, says he would be like lawful good. I think he's chaotic good.
Yeah, there's no. Quincy is not lawful good.
I think he's more chaotic good, and he's because that's where greater good comes from. Is
Yeah.
chaotic good.
Quincy meets out his own justice.
Yes.
Quincy might not be good. Quincy might be neutral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chaotic
Quincy is
neutral.
neutral.
Chaotic
Yeah.
neutral, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chaotic neutral is more like
He
they're out for
believe-
themselves, kind of almost. Like
Yeah,
they just don't really
he-
care. They don't stick their nose into like.
That's
He has a
neutral
dogma
and-
that he believes in. He has an ideology that he is
That's more of a
fighting
lawful.
for. So maybe he's lawful neutral.
Lawful neutral, yeah, maybe.
And but then you get into the weird thing where you say, well, this is the law that I'm following.
Yeah.
It could be, it's
Yeah.
not the law of the land. It's the law of we have to
Maybe
kill
just
Draxus
true.
and whatever
Like there's
truth.
lawful.
he's
neutral.
into his
His
own good. Like and
I'm good with chaotic neutral because it's what he sees as the good, and he is willing to do good or bad things for
he has
that.
like a code that he follows.
Yeah, it's not a
It's
well.
more of a lawful thing to do.
well,
y'all say good or bad. What bad thing has he done?
whenever I think of
Killing a hag isn't a bad thing.
Whenever I think of the lawful
Right.
versus chaotic debate, it's more of society versus nature type of thing. Okay, so
Technically,
I love
nature
the
is
philosophical questions you can make in a D&D.
nature is usually considered neutral. Always, nature is only for nature.
In
It doesn't
terms-
do anything good or bad.
He's
Like,
lawful
into-
because he's for civilization.
that's what I mean. Like in
Yeah.
terms of civilization is here to we're here to put everything under heel. We want everything to be of our standard. We want things to run to function. Nature, it's like it might function, it might not. This tree being here might serve a little bit of a purpose, but there are 30 other trees 50 feet away that serve a better function.
And we'll deal
But
with
this
them
one-
later.
But this one's going to stay right here because that's just nature.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to impact this.
Right.
Whereas, society moves in, it's like, we're going to cut this tree down so we can build these houses here type of thing. So that's what I mean.
Or a parking lot.
So whenever we get into this whole lawful versus chaotic thing, you can be a chaotic character and have a rule of law that you follow,
Goes against everything else that would be considered.
Right. A chaotic, as dumb as this sounds, a chaotic lawful character would be like, you're not establishing a society here, and I don't care how many people I have to kill to keep it from happening.
That would be chaotic.
That's chaotic. But it's also like, I'm gonna leave this glade unchanged and nobody's going to touch it type of thing.
Like with lawful evil and chaotic evil, like you have the devils and you have demons. Demons are chaos incarnate. They're literally there to shred and tear everything apart and tear everything down as much as possible, destroy everything, and wipe it clean, basically.
Very good at it.
Yeah, and then you got devils on the other hand, which are all about corrupting things, but doing it at a very slow and very meticulous, careful way. They have a code about
because there's nuances.
And
nuances,
they enjoy contracts and conditions. They like to bring people in contractually, but quid pro quo is like a devil's whole thing. Like they don't mind giving to get.
And then you get the Yugoloths, and you're like, what the heck are they even doing?
Yeah, they're just like, we're just here for whoever wins.
Yeah, well, no, they're like, we'll work for the highest bidder, either side. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
work for everybody.
Yeah, we'll help you lose or we'll help you win.
So you asked what good or bad thing. I told AJ this before he left. I don't think that you were making a good decision or a bad decision as far as Lily is concerned. Like it is very nuanced. It is very like dangerous,
gray,
and it's also these people. This race deserves to make their own decisions for themselves. So you're not. I said it on Discord too. I think like you're not making a good decision, but you're not making a bad decision, but you're definitely not making a good decision.
Right. And that's what happens when you're making a decision based off the unknown, which is where Gillard's been coming from. No automatons may come from this place and attack us. No. I'm just worried that even if 20 do, it's still a problem I don't want.
Gillard's still different, though, because the way that all of us on the side of don't kill these creatures are, we are sympathetic towards these creatures and want them to live. Gillard is trying to be logical about the whole situation. You were a little sporadic at first, but then Gillard did what Gillard does, was logical about it. Quincy he has no emotions either way. It's just like, no, shut him down, kill him, done. He immediately attacked Lily. You attacked afterwards.
Well, I attacked with him, but yeah.
Right, but
it's because it was brought up, can you wake up 5, right? But no one ever said, okay, Lily, go ahead and wake up 5. So in Gillard's mind, she wasn't waking up 5, she was waking up 10,000. And it's like, this is everything we were trying to discuss.
Right,
and she just decided
what I'm saying
herself.
is, I was just separating where everybody is in their story.
Right.
Like, that's why I say that we've been watching Quincy go down this crazy road. No, it's not bad to kill a hag. It isn't. He was not wrong to kill who he thought was a bad guy. If you're not with us, you're against us. It is us versus Draxus and everyone with him.
That I do feel like that has become a thing.
But only Quincy has felt that type of emotion towards these people that the rest of us, logically, you'll come to your own conclusion. We are empathetic towards these creatures because we believe that they can be better. Quincy, absolutely. From the beginning, it wasn't like that. And Quincy steadily just, like, as it piled on, as all the troubles just come, he just has, the emotion is, no, you're not with me, you're against me, you're dead. I don't care if you're my mom, you're dead. You know what I mean?
With Quincy...
Oh, I forgot about the mom stuff, but yeah.
With Quincy, I have not seen an ounce.
That's pretty chaotic neutral. You're my mom. I really don't care.
His mom is the only thing that brought any kind of emotion, and that's after all of us are like, bro, don't kill your mom.
Like the thing with Quincy that I've noticed is there's no nuance.
Right.
Everything is cut and dry.
Yeah.
And it's like it's on. I can't say it's on a whim, but I can almost say that if it's a complex decision, Quincy is going to go the opposite of where I go. if it's a complex issue,
which is so interesting because earlier in the campaign, it wasn't that way. I don't think.
No, it wasn't because Quincy was more sympathetic, like Buck, and Quincy started to veer off, and that's what
Quincy's had a rough life in this campaign.
Yeah,
like
that's part of it. Yeah, and it makes total sense. He rages out constantly. Like it makes total sense that like his character is veering this way.
And if any character walks out of this campaign with PTSD, it's Quincy.
Yes,
he's the one who's going to wake up in the middle of the night screaming, reaching for a sword.
Oh yeah,
I agree. Whether we see him turn bad or not, I never thought we'd see that, but at the end of this, Quincy will remain the one emotionless person.
Which is
in the
really
group.
crazy because he's a barbarian. He's supposed to be more emotions.
He's all rage.
Yeah.
All rage.
Well, and then he's so because he was originally intended to be a bard, it's like his rage taps into his magical ability. So he's letting his magic go wild. I would say it's kind of
Quincy is my favorite character by
so good.
far.
He's so good. And AJ, I think AJ might be getting upset about it, but I don't think he should. I think it is phenomenal to watch
I think
his
he's telling a
character.
fantastic story.
Everybody has had their story, but his we've seen his from beginning to now just slowly, gradually take him into this darker area.
And see, this is the problem. We're seeing way more than I think AJ might be putting into it.
Yeah.
It's because he doesn't realize it because
Maybe.
this is his character. This is who he's been playing for 6+ years.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't want to see himself as that. But it is beautiful. It is a beautiful story. I just he blows me away. I am so impressed.
Quincy main
with
character.
Quincy.
Okay, you said something, and it segues into what I want to talk about. Okay. You said he was not wrong to kill Millie. Y'all have made this comparison or made this joke about the DM. The DM is the god of the world or whatever, you know? I don't like that, really. Do not think that I am big-headed and think that I'm a god, okay? I'm not. But I've created this world, and
like a god.
Like a god would.
I put my blood and sweat into this.
The past couple, no sweat.
It took 3 days.
No, it definitely took more than 7 days.
It's on 7 days. Well, obviously I haven't read the Bible, okay?
And I still don't rest.
But that thought has been in my mind for the past couple weeks, and I wonder because as the DM, who I am creating these characters and I'm making these arcs, and I see the world how I intend for it to be.
As a god.
As God sees the world how he intends for the world to be. So you said the automatons were like the American Revolution. I see them, I said this on the Discord, I see it in two ways. I see it as slavery, the slave owners during the Civil War, and I see a bit of abortion rights in it. Like, those children have a right to, you know.
Yeah.
So those are that's the comparison that I make, because I've said this before. This game I'm running is a comparison to our world. Lots of things just shining a light on real world topics. But I see these things as I am trying to portray them as the creator of them.
Yeah.
God created black people, and he did not intend for those black people to be slaves. He did not intend for white people to own them and to treat them as badly as they did.
He didn't create... Yeah.
Right, but we still did it. People still did it. Mm-hmm. And like, that has to break his heart. I see these automatons as a new race trying to get started. I saw Millie as a good person. She was in a bad way. She was attracted to power, like
an addict.
An addict.
Yeah.
So I see Quincy killing Millie as wrong, as the DM, as how I intended it.
Which also is correct.
Yeah,
I feel like.
That's an interesting thing. As someone who's been DMing for 6 years, I never thought when I started this that I would think of that kind of thing. But it has made me think, man, humanity, what God intended for us, we're so far from what God intended for us, because he has perfect intentions and we have misconstrued them so much.
Right.
And we see that playing out in just a stupid little board game that we're playing from what I intend, and I'm not perfect. So,
that is crazy. I was all for Millie living, I think.
Yeah. 100%.
But AJ was, and we were all like, what are you doing, Quincy? What is going on here?
And this is not a pile on Quincy or AJ.
No, it's not. But every decision every crazy decision that he has made that has brought him down this path has not been wrong. It just didn't feel right.
Right.
Because this story is, regardless if God looks at Millie as a good person, Quincy is right to kill the addict, because you never know if the person chasing power is gonna be on your side. You're totally right.
Also, we don't know how much of like Seth tells us this is the person that Millie is, but we only know what was presented to us by Millie herself.
Yeah.
So she was in that room cowering, but she's used manipulation and trickery on us many times already. So I know there's no point where I felt like Quincy was in the wrong or AJ being in the wrong either. I don't really think that was for us to decide. Even with us as players knowing, it's like, well, she actually wasn't that bad. It's like, well, the characters don't know that. We just see a problem who has on numerous occasions. I mean, she's threatened us. She's tricked us. She left the coin on us to watch us.
No, that was the other one.
I thought, was that Delilah?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Delilah's coin.
Oh, okay. I thought Millie gave her the
It's
coin.
almost as if Quincy might be the truest of the group, because we are on this journey to save the world. It shouldn't matter if I had to personally murder every kid in that orphanage to make the job get done. I'm serious.
That's for the greater good. That's what we're talking about.
Because this is
wrong, though. That is
it
wrong.
It's wrong. But only Quincy has
Quincy
not
has not
questioned
killed
it.
children.
Of course not. But I'm just making a
I don't
point.
think he's even suggested it.
We should willingly be able to kill those children if that is what it takes to save a whole planet. But none of us
I
are.
will say Quincy would agree with that. He would think
Only
that is
Quincy
we have the power to make that decision.
Right.
If that really would,
The children-
he would
That's
kill children
crazy,
to get
dude.
to Drax.
That's
And
crazy.
I think that's
Wow.
Buck has not come to that realization.
And he
Buck
will never
won't.
will. He never
Buck
will.
Won't either.
Quincy
It's
is
like-
the truest to the group.
Right.
He's the truest to the task, to the quest. I mean,
Well,
that's crazy.
Gillard was true to the task, and the children being in danger was the first time he's ever faltered away from it, because he doesn't
You
want
teetered
them.
twice, actually. You teetered towards the good side, wanting to protect the children, and then you teetered to, I'm crazy, I have to kill Jake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's definitely leaning. Gillard is definitely a greater good person overall. I would say he leaned away from that the one time with the children. He didn't care for that moment. He didn't care about the Bathories. He cared about saving as many of those kids as he can, because he didn't want them to die, or to live a life like he did. Gillard would never wish his life on another child. And that's what swayed him away from, because we should have been dealing with Bathory, and all he could worry about was getting as many of these kids out alive as possible. And that's where he shifted his, because he's never gone against
So is that
Dalinar.
a weakness? Is that a weakness?
I would say, kids would be his weakness. When I think we talked once about if our characters were gods, I feel like Gillard would want to be like the patron saint of orphans, because he would want to make sure that no matter what happens, that the orphans are taken care of. That would be one of his domains if he had that choice. And because I feel like that's something that he has discovered about himself, especially going into Galeport and seeing what was going on. It's the only time he's ever swayed away from the mission. Under normal circumstances, he would be some kind of battle god or some kind of something probably bad.
God of the task.
Yeah, we got Kelly's god being the god of war. I definitely could see Gillard being a god of war and orphans, which I think is a very good equivalent, because
that's a good
war
balance.
creates orphans. Yeah. But I could definitely see that if Gillard had godhood, that would be his domain, something to that effect, right? Because that's where his life has led him to understand himself.
His specific domain could be just like an Undertaker.
Yeah, yep.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
But then we get
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, then we get back to the Inkling. Dalinar's dead. There's no children. Even if a child was in danger, I honestly couldn't say Gillard would be swayed now, because
that goes into the whole concept of fatherhood.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To Gillard, Dalinar was a surrogate father,
right?
So it's this one chance that I had to not be
Gillard
an
would
orphan.
absolutely start playing football.
If Dalinar told me that I could play football, I'd be out on the 20 right now, knocking heads.
Yeah, and he'd be good at it too. Good Lord.
I'd just use my cape and I'd get a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm
Teleport over there.
Yeah, I have
Touchdown.
I have a 22 strength right now. Ain't no football player alive topping me. I guess
This dude's on the line. I don't know if you're talking.
What's going to surprise me is if Quincy was on that other team, he could stop me for a second and it would blow my mind. He's 3 foot tall.
He's Mighty Mouse.
Yeah. He tripped me. Oh, man.
Someone made the comparison of vampires to the automatons. And see, I as the DM, those vampires there's a much more evil,
Very different.
Yeah,
very much more evil. Like there's not very like
even if it's not evil, they are by nature parasitic. They have to live off of other beings, and these even the ones that were expressly not as evil were still.
they were still evil.
Oh yeah.
They were very evil.
That's what I'm getting
I
to.
guess he's talking about the circle. Like
That's what I'm getting to.
That's what I'm talking about. The circle was still very evil.
Even though the circle didn't present itself as evil as the Bathories, they still enslaved people.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I
why
mean?
when y'all left, when a certain group left, I left it with the three members like indulging in humans, like even though those people might have kind of willingly, they still were indulging. They were still
and using like bringing that like similarity with the automatons. Gillard was never happy with the circle. He just believed that the circle wasn't going to send an army into the
They were
capital
so
and screw us up.
selfish that they would just be
Right.
within
They
their own.
would stay where they are, and that was his concern. The circle was, that's next week's problem for Gillard.
See, and I think if Draxus had reached out to the circle, they'd flipped. They'd have just
Probably
taken that vacuum of power perfectly, just absolutely one for one replaced the Bathories as that same exact thing.
the circle was definitely a problem that we just didn't know how to solve.
Yeah. And it just got solved for you.
Thank God.
We would probably still be in Galeport if all the vampires were not wiped out in the instant.
I mean, this automaton problems, it's either going to be phenomenal in the end or it's going to be really bad. So y'all are either going to say, I told you so,
right?
Or I'm going to say, I told you so.
What a cool idea, though. Like it had never really crossed my mind, but like if the campaign kind of ended a different way for the automatons to rise up and fight against the fair races, like that'd be pretty cool. Campaign 2. That'd be pretty sick.
Sounds like we need to go wipe them all out before we deal with Draxus.
We take care of Draxus' army, and then Draxus takes care of us, but then the automatons come in and mow over Draxus because he has no one left.
Draxus, aka blows us up.
Lily sits down casually in his chair.
Head held high
This one.
or held low.
This one rules now.
I will assume my moniker. The Destroyer.
I don't remember what. Why did Skynet just feel like it had the right to rule?
Basically, they wanted to wipe out humanity entirely. That was like their whole thing because like they were just. I guess it wouldn't have like. I think they thought that like humankind was basically worthless or whatever. Like they just didn't need to exist anymore. So they're just like wiping them out.
Compared to a robot, humans are
watched, like, three
not
of those
as
movies.
not as efficient. We have emotions. We
Excrete things. We wipe our bottoms with
I mean, it's kinda the
dry
same thing with,
toilet
like, the
paper
Matrix,
still.
too,
It's
except-
2026. What's with the dry toilet paper? Would you blame them? I don't.
It's kind of the same thing with the Matrix too. I mean, except for the Matrix, they enslaved us in pods.
Those were aliens, right?
No,
it
those
was
are
technology.
those are
it was technology, but they were.
I know definitely more about Matrix than I do.
But humans
Judgment
were
Day.
batteries.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
there's a reason for
So,
it. So robots came up. They had sentience. They formed their own little community. It was all hunky dory. Humans decided, no, not today. So we went and attacked them, and that did not go over well for us. And we were losing the war. So in our genius, we thought, they use the sun as power. So we shot something into the sky that blacked out the sky and made it forever like permanent.
What a stupid decision.
Permanent clouds all across the world. So what the robots do? They enslaved us and turned us into batteries, just like Tate just said, because they had to have thermal energy to work. So they just
Humans would have died. Like you can't make food.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
They went underground and used I think
Mushrooms. A lot of mushrooms, right?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. They had like slop that they ate. I think that they went underground and used heat from the core. I think that's canon. I could be thinking of something else with Matrix. Yeah, but yeah, that's what happened is humanity blacked out the sun to stop the robots. So the robots turned us into batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, next
And they
campaign,
were really better at killing than we were.
I don't see there being any reason why there's not thousands of bad automatons out there. I don't see a reason.
Absolutely.
There wouldn't be because
because there's thousands of bad elves, bad orcs, bad.
absolutely. and they could be they will be bad because of the experiences that they went through, or because some want to follow in daddy's footsteps, and that just is what it is.
Or just because they think that automatons are the proper way of life and everything else isn't.
Yeah, race theory, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or that they could receive the teachings of the nature spirit and realize, God, all these other races are awful.
They're bad on nature.
They're really bad on nature. Did you see those humans cut down that tree for a parking lot? And it's just.
Or they're going to start a sect for Rask, and
who knows?
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
So
I could see it being like a small sect of like 5.
There's just 3 of them.
Yeah,
They're kind of weird. We don't talk about them.
It's more of a fan club. They have pom poms.
That was our second cousin twice removed, and we don't talk about him.
So pretty much everybody was right, except for Kelly here. He's just a racist elf.
No,
Just sided with the bad guys because elf power.
no, Kelleher. The reason that I made Kelleher side with them is because Kelleher, I think, would disagree with Lily's view on the automatons rising up, because you're forgetting that Morwen was also a Fey spirit at one point. So she,
The war god,
yeah,
your lover.
yeah. So yeah, but I mean, I don't think that she would be okay with soulless beings.
So is she like a cousin of Guru?
No, but I was saying like.
Is she an elf? Racist.
But like
The gods are inherently
Supreme
racist
race
because I made
thing.
them gods of their people.
She's a goddess because she's an elf, though. The other ones, they became gods.
See, I think elves, that's more, the elves are just as strong as the automatons.
If there's any race the automatons are like, hey, let's leave them alone, it'll be the elves.
Yeah.
The automatons are like, let's wipe out everything except the
Way
elves.
longer living,
she's an elf,
super magically powerful.
as
connected
at least
to
to the
the
point of what
Earth.
she looks like an elf anyway.
One of my questions is for Tate. What is Buck gonna do if he goes to Tira and says, "Hey, this is what we did with the automatons," and Tira, in my personal Dustin's belief, will say, "You absolutely need to stop that because they are a threat to humanity, in which I am the god of."
Tira wouldn't do that.
Why wouldn't she?
No, because she's already directly intervened more than once on Buck, for decisions. If that were the case,
Why would the god of humanity be okay with allowing the creation of a threat to possible humanity? Like you said, they're gods; they know all, which means she would have to understand.
They don't know all. They're not omnipotent.
Tira doesn't stop at
omnipotent
Very
or
weak
omniscient.
gods. Omniscient. Yeah, they're not. They're none of the omnis.
when there's a crowd of people out there. She doesn't say, "Buck, do not feed the dwarfs."
Yeah,
And do not feed those
the thing
nasty
is,
racial elves. You don't say that.
what I have, what I've gleaned from this is that
Your belief is Tira's belief?
no. I mean, I think
Only affecting it.
Right.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, but it's not as if there is a superiority or a inferiority thing. Like, okay, humans, I've really got to bunch them up and keep them protected. And it's not like humans are far and above the greatest creation. We need to make sure that they get the best, the first fruits or anything like that. It's more or less you are supposed to embody these great traits of humanity. One of the greatest is sympathy, is this whole Good Samaritan type of thing. Tira has never, she's never outright said to Buck, listen, you're in the party with an elf and a dwarf and a halfling. You need to you need to kind of cut ties. You need to
Tira's not
limit
racist.
your exposure to
Tira's
these.
not racist. We're not elves.
So it's like coexistence is something that's already it's already happening. It's already here, and it's what is one more to coexist with that? Frankly, society was existing beside, but not coexisting with, out of their possibility to not, or their programming to not coexist. But
they weren't. What they are now isn't what they were then. So
I actually think every single one of the gods would, because I have made them kind of dependent, like Tira has not much of a focus. He's explaining it correctly, but at the end, like she cares more. Like at the beginning, that's where it comes from. We've kind of teetered around this. Like I think we gave it away a little bit with Tumath. He's not the original god of the dwarves.
Right.
But there was a god who created the dwarves. That's kind of it. They would see themselves or see their past self or see whatever it was. They would agree with Lily. Like, no, I have to stand up for my people. Something created the humans, so I have to protect the humans a little bit.
Individual is going to become a god. It might be Lily.
Under me.
But then it's like they inherited a mantle of a racial mantle, but they were the god of an aspect before they were the god of a race of people.
But somewhere farther back there, a god created these races individually, and that's why they're still
their kin.
Yes,
their kin comes first. Interesting.
Not first, not now, but like they understand Lily's dilemma of like, no, I have to turn my people on. Like I have to let them have a chance. Yeah, they would agree with that. I think Tumath, even some more of the more, Morwen would agree with that. Like at some point you have to stand up for the elves. Maybe that was a long time ago. Maybe you don't have to do it now because there's so many of them and they're all so diverse. But at one point there was a time when, yes, I had to make the selfish decision for my people. Good job, Seth.
High five, Seth.
And I'm the DM, so it's true.
What? He's the god of this world.
What race is ambition? I'm coming for you.
Race?
I don't think ambition has a race, and I wouldn't say that it.
That makes a lot of sense. That's why Rask is a half elf.
Because he's just attached to a concept.
Right.
Yeah. He's one of these that like.
Let me I would say ambition is a little bit above the gods. He is closer to what Jax is.
It makes total sense because Rask wanted to save Lily because
he's not tied. Yeah,
because Lily is precious to Rask, but Rask wanted those automatons turned on. Obviously,
because in Rask's mind, he saw 10,000 lilies.
10,000 constituents.
Yeah, Lily's going to get to all of them.
Yeah. So
you
is
know
ambition?
I mean?
Sorry, I was just going to
go ahead.
I was going to say, is ambition kind of like Castlevania's, like in that series where they have death at the end, where he's like, and not an elder evil, but like just like one of the ancient aspects of death itself.
Yeah, he's not death, but he's an ancient,
like an aspect of that thing.
But he's weaker than Jax because the race's ambition can only go so high. Like that kind of holds him down a little bit, whereas chaos can go much further than ambition can.
Like from what I can glean just from myself from the gameplay here, he could elevate Rask to a divine state. It wouldn't be greater than his, but it could be demigod level.
Based off of Hez and Rask's conversation, he would replace Rask, or Rask would replace him.
That's what Rask wants.
Yeah, but I'm saying it sounds like that's where it's going. Like,
and I mean, if he was truly like the neutral god of ambition, he would pull out all the stops to make that happen.
Right, but what do you do when someone's the thing is in my mind with Rask, reach towards godhood, if he can prove he is more ambitious than ambition, he would assume the mantle, right? That's the idea is if Rask can prove that his ambition dwarfs even the god of ambition, then Rask is there. He is now the god of ambition.
Well, ambition just is pretty much said, like, if Rask is ambitious enough to finish this job, finish Draxus, then he's going to take up the mantle of ambition. But it's going to be a totally different story because if ambition is just the aspect of ambition, then adding a half elf, half human to that aspect. I mean, he's going to be a totally different monster than just.
What's really funny is like if you, based on just what I just said, if you tried that, it would never work because he would just grow as your ambition grows.
Right.
Like you could never surpass him,
Right,
because he.
That's why he has to give it up.
Right. But
or you abandon your mortal core. Like that's what I'm saying. So for you to replace him, you basically have to become greater than him, which means you can't be tied down by being a human or half elf. You have to
Your
be
identity has to
be the embodiment of ambition. So you're basically giving up your mortal form, which is interesting because you're a monk and you already can live forever. Because of being a monk, once you get higher, I think you need.
He'll level up, right?
his body is undying, but there will be a day where he just keels over.
No, I don't think so. Monks monks and druids both get timeless body.
Right,
You have to actually kill Rask or a druid.
But yeah, no, I totally understand what you guys are saying. Like ambition would just get bigger and bigger and bigger because it's the aspect of ambition. But that's not what he said. He said if you follow this quest, then I'm going to give it to you because I'm tired and I'm old and I'm over it.
Another thing to look at though with this is you're looking at the dynamic of achiever and achieved.
Right.
He is ambition.
Right.
What can you try to achieve after you are ambition?
Right.
There's no higher ambition.
Right.
It's not like, I seek to become the greatest god of all. It's like, well, you didn't create anything.
Yeah, that's why I feel like so our journey, right? The journey we're going on to defeat Draxus.
Yeah.
He probably sees that as the most ambitious thing you could do on this planet. And that's why he said, sure, go on. Because he also because remember, Draxus was so strong that he silenced the worship of the gods. And that included ambition for he probably never went fully to sleep, but he wasn't really, he had no authority.
Technically, ambition should be shadowing Draxus because there's no bigger ambition than silencing the gods.
It's hard to say when you have creatures that live forever. In lots of fantasy lore, elves, because they do not age and they live forever, typically they're usually very lazy. Ambition is not an emotion you would typically tie with elves. They live for so long, they just kind of don't care.
Drax is an elf.
And
no, Drax is a dragon, but they also live for incredible.
But then another thing to tie into what you're saying there is for Draxus, it wasn't like it wasn't like I'm going to strive to achieve this goal. It was just like
I'm just here to eat.
I'm all powerful. Yeah. It's an inevitability.
Right.
Thanos.
Yeah, but what I was saying though is ambition is just ambition, the concept. He's not his own person. Ambition is just following the most ambitious person right now in the moment.
Right, but what I'm saying is
he can't follow Draxus because Draxus is not of this world.
And also the thing that I was saying when you're in the bathroom is we don't necessarily. How do we know that Draxus is ambitious? Maybe like I said, he's just all powerful. He doesn't necessarily need to be ambitious. He's doing what he's always done. Is that really ambition? Like we know he's consuming this world, or he's playing into the consumption of this
becoming
world.
King of a planet and getting rid of the gods. That is the definition of ambition,
It's
whether
not-
he
it-
needs to or not.
okay,
I mean,
but-
it's
okay,
just
But he's done this so many times.
striving.
Right. That's
To him,
How
like I'm saying,
ambitious can you be?
I
Well,
don't
like I'm
agree.
saying though, to him, it's not an effort. It's not an effort of striving to become this. It's just like
Just what he's doing.
tired old man flying
I
from
think I
planet
have.
to planet.
I think I have one that Kyle will understand. You know about Galactus, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Galactus consuming planet 312 is ambition? No, he's just hungry. Exactly. Exactly. So consider Draxus like Galactus.
Yeah.
This is just another day, and it's just another day at the office. It's just that for the 500 years he's been here, that's nothing to him. He's just having his meal, sitting back and relaxing. This isn't an ambitious project for him. It's just what he's doing until the planet's done.
he's got a system and he's following the system.
So the most ambitious thing you could do is kill that thing that's killing the planet.
Right.
So that makes sense. But what I was saying is, you guys were saying that Rask would have to ascend past physical form. But why though?
Oh well, I mean, it's
You
just,
wouldn't have to.
They're just saying that you would never be the god of the half elves.
Right. You have to. You have to.
I would always just be ambition, but I'd be ambition of myself, though. That's where the difference is. That's what I'm trying to say. It would no longer be ambition of Plexia,
but
it
you would have
be
to
ambition of Rask.
You would have to. You would have to. There's a few things that would have to happen. First off, when he's talking about shedding the mortal coil, what he's talking about is you have to shed any part of your identity that is not associated with ambition.
Right.
And then,
of course.
And then
Rask would definitely cease to exist.
Yeah. Yeah, and
because what he's saying, you would have to shed anything that's not ambition.
And then what you're saying about the ambition of Rask, you would have to get to a perspective of I enjoy ambition for the sake of ambition. I love to see ambitious people, and it's like an entrepreneur who has made it, who sees other entrepreneurs and is just like, I want to put money into their company because I think they're a go-getter.
Like Rask would just become ambition, but he is still Rask. He is not ambition of Plexia. He's just ambition. Yeah, no, I totally see that. I never saw Rask ascending and becoming a good guy or anything. No. I just saw him becoming ambition because that's all Rask does is he wants more and whatever he can get, he's going for it. You know what I mean? He is just... I don't think he's a good guy, and I definitely don't think he'll end up good in the end.
Well, what's more ambitious than his very first time on the podcast? I'm looking for the lost gods. Changed everything.
Yeah, no, you guys are totally right. Rask will cease to exist. You're definitely right. But also, it's who he always was anyway, so it makes total sense.
Yeah, he's becoming his true self.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he will still...
I mean, if
this isn't even my final form!
He will still be Rask, but I mean, the whole point is to... I think... that
Rask is ambitious.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to be the god of these people. You know what I mean? So...
Well, it's like the Christian concept of God is love. It's not just that God is loving and that when we feel love in our heart, we're feeling God. It's... or justice. For me, it rings. It's more so with like goodness. God is good, not because every good thing I feel is God, but because with the sway of His hand, that was a good motion. There was nothing evil in it. In this aspect, any movement you make is ambitious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is an ambition.
Absolutely.
That is an aspect that you embody.
Ambition would be annoyed by anything that was not for the improvement of it.
Which would make sense why you actually don't like elves. Because like I said, elves, because they live so long, they become very lethargic in most fantasies. I'm not going to say it's everywhere. It's one of like
they're little fancy boys.
It's one of the problems of living very, very long is something that would take a normal race their entire life would only take you a couple hundred years. Who cares? You'll do it when you feel like it. They get very lazy.
I'll start a garden in about 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait till next season.
I'll go visit that human settlement next century. I'm sure they'll still be there.
Yeah. I don't think Rask understands that, like, it's going to be as bad as it is.
Oh, for sure. Rask has no comprehension of what
I would say
ambition is offering him.
I would say your comprehension begins and ends with you seeing Bryce in the jacket, right? Don't fail. And that's probably where it ends for you.
Well, godhood, I think, is where it
does
is.
that scare Rask?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, Rask is not scared.
Yeah, yes.
Bryce,
he's lying. He's
not
lying.
of Bryce in the jacket, because he is confident he is going to take that job of godhood.
Bryce wasn't hungry enough.
Yeah.
Bryce wasn't hungry enough.
Right.
Bryce,
He's weaker than me.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Bryce didn't have enough conviction.
He's not scared of his
Bryce
jacket.
was trying to serve.
Ambition, though, is scary, obviously.
Like, Bryce was appealing to the god of ambition while still trying to serve under Draxus.
True. That's true.
That's not enough.
Right?
You're weak.
Ooh, you have a good
that's my
understanding
thought.
of
That's my
ambition.
thought.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like he failed because he still will.
He failed from the beginning.
He failed because he was still willing to serve, like the peasant.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Except it's going to be a lot worse, though, once the aspect of ambition is taken over by a person, by a
mortal.
Well,
because then they're just ambition. Ambition is like the ambition of everyone. Like, just making everyone strive to do more and succeed more. But like all of that in one person is going to be just. It's going to be devastating.
Yeah, remember that point in Bruce Almighty where he kept getting everyone's like wishes,
notes,
and then he sent it all to a computer, and it just was overwhelming. He was just like, oh, control all yes, just made everyone's wish come true. And it's like you're going to get that, except it's going to be everyone's ambition, all the things they're striving to achieve and willing to sacrifice in their life.
And if somebody serves Bryce, if somebody serves Rask, their celestial sign or whatever it is, you know how mine's a thumbprint, is going to be a whip. Get to work.
See, that's the kicker though. To serve ambition as a person is you're not serving your own ambitions. You're serving his ambitions.
Which means you can never assume this mantle.
Yeah.
No.
Anyone who serves under ambition can never assume him.
And that's the ambition part of it. You're always using somebody to get further and be better.
Can you not see where ambition would be using Rask? Because if Draxus was able to halt the worship of the gods, that's what I was saying earlier, and Seth can correct me if I'm wrong, but ambition would probably never been completely quelled, but he was so weak that he couldn't do anything else. Because it's hard to be ambitious under a tyrannical ruler that would just as soon kill you as imprisoned.
Nobody's ambitious to stop him.
He tagged along with Bryce long before Tira woke up for Buck.
That's the thing is ambition can exist under a tyrannical government. It just has to leech.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
So it attached to Bryce, and he garnered more power. And the moment, it's like the One Ring. The moment that he saw an opportunity, Bryce calls out, Rathar, help me. It's like, okay, here's my moment. I'm going to piggyback off this and grab someone else.
Especially when you consider this was the second time. I would say Rask was far more ambitious in the Dying Plains than Rask was in the Academy as well. Even though it's something we didn't talk about back then, but Rask had grown a lot.
Rask is realizing his potential and like, this ain't it. I can do more. Yeah. There's gods now. I have another step I can take up because if they exist, that means I can become one.
That's true. That the Academy Rask was looking for the gods because I don't think it was. Maybe Buck had talked about.
Tira was awake,
but she was awake. But it was like
she might not have even been corporeal yet.
It's hard to say. It was around that point where your power was like going on and off. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
You got the thumbprint in the academy.
Yeah. So it's like for Rask that would be like I'm looking for the lost gods, and Buck kind of represented.
That's when she became corporeal. Yeah.
Buck would have kind of represented a one case, but as we kept going and more people, Rask was like, this is achievable, and just kind of built his ambition.
He's definitely ambitious.
This is our filling the airplane moment. I mean, if I had to compare Rask to any character in fiction, I'd say probably Vegeta.
Yes. Yeah. But none of you are Goku, so don't even think about it.
There's no Goku that's just aloof and sometimes better and sometimes, right below.
That's terrifying. Yeah. Right above, you mean?
Well, no, he found his Goku is the god of ambition, right? That's his Goku.
Goku?
That's Rask Goku, the god that he's found his Goku. But right? He's found someone more ambitious than him.
Yeah, but in some occasions,
but Goku never offered Vegeta, "Here, I'll let you be better than me. I'll let you."
That's the thing. But Vegeta achieved above Goku.
If Goku was smart enough to know that pushing Vegeta would push him, he would have. Goku was just stupid.
Yeah,
Goku's not very intelligent. He's just his battle instincts are.
He was homeschooled.
Gosh, got him.
Homeschooled.
Yeah, got him.
My old grandpa Gohan.
But
but that's the point. That's why Goku is pure, because he was raised nomadic. He was raised alone. He was raised as that outcast kind of. And Vegeta was raised as a prince of a whole planet.
Yeah. Knowing that he was better.
Yeah.
Knowing how you achieve Super Saiyan, it's a wonder how that race never achieved Super Saiyan because they got mad all the time. But they weren't pure of heart mad.
Yeah.
That was the difference.
It wasn't righteous anger.
Right.
I I hope this plays out the way that I want it to, because I mean, dude's just gonna be
I don't know if I want it to.
he's gonna be so bad. He's gonna be so bad.
You were talking about dragons a while ago
It's
and like
sad.
their lifespans, like how long they live, like elves.
Yeah.
I think, if I recall correctly, reading one of the books, I can't remember, it's like their normal lifespan is like 1,200 years. It's like on like average normal dragons, like the
Right.
red and
Right.
the chromatic and the metallic.
Right. That's an ancient dragon.
Yeah,
1,200.
yeah.
Between 1,000 and 1,200.
Normally.
Right.
Then when you start delving into like the older editions, so you have like things like catastrophic dragons, which are like it's whenever a dragon goes to the point of where they're about to die, and they basically assimilate into the element they're associated with.
That's
So-
why you have dragon head shaped rocks or
Yes.
something like that.
Well, but these are like living storms of fire, living storms of ice or lightning or whatever, basically.
They become the living embodiment of a catastrophe
Yes.
as well as a dragon.
But then they changed that in 5th edition, though, now to where
Probably lamer.
it's kind of interesting, though. It's different. It is interesting because basically they made it where, because there's so many different, it's a multiverse, the way the whole system works of all these different planets, there is echoes of each of these dragons on different planets. Basically, those dragons can hear or find those echoes by going to those other planets and devour their other echoes, their other versions of themselves.
Oh, this is just like the one.
They become a great worm in the process. So they
Have you ever seen the one? It's one of Chinese. It's one of the I can't remember if it's Chinese or Japanese, but it's one of the martial arts movies where there's multiple dimensions. And
This is with Jet Li.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
And
haven't
if all the other versions of you die and you become, and there's only one left, you become like all powerful. So I believe it was Jet Li. He was going and killing all of his other versions.
Well, one of the Jet Lis was.
Well,
The good Jet Li had to defeat him.
yeah. So
It probably became the one on
No,
accident.
they became the two
Dude.
because they couldn't kill him because then the good one would become all powerful. So they sent the evil one to a place where he'd have to fight for the rest of his life and probably die, making the other one the only one. But we won't get into that.
Dude, speaking of Jet Li movies, whenever I was like 12, I tried to find there's a movie that he's in called Kiss of the Dragon, where he's an acupuncturist, and at the end of the movie, I'm going to spoil it. It's a 20-year-old movie, so I think it's
Spoiler alert.
It's not especially great, but he's an acupuncturist, so he's got all these points. Like when he's doing these martial arts, he'll like pinprick them in the bicep, and their arm is paralyzed.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie,
It's Ty Lee's fighting style in Avatar.
so this bad guy, this really bad guy, he does some bad stuff. Jet Li has to fight him, and he puts this pin in the back of his neck, and he's completely just stone paralyzed, standing up straight. He goes, "This one's called the Kiss of the Dragon. Whenever I pull this pin out, blood will come out of your ears, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, and you will die painfully." And I was just like, dude, does the Kiss of the Dragon exist? Is it real?
Like Kill Bill's 5-finger death punch.
I tried to find that so hard, man. Oh, man.
When we were talking about the automatons, Kyle, you compared them to dragons. How would you feel if a dragon birthed 10,000 babies all at once? 10,000 baby dragons.
I would murder every single one of those things.
Hypocrite.
But
He
they're
never said he
sentient-
wasn't a hypocrite.
But they're sentient life.
yeah, more so than automatons. I mean,
But they're not trying to form society either.
They would try to form a
they
society.
I think they try to devour
Dragons,
themselves.
even at birth, dragons
Depends on
are
the
as
color they
intelligent
are.
as adults.
Well, sure, yeah. But, I mean, are we going off of
We're not talking wyverns.
are we talking like new lore for dragons?
No,
or are we
we're
talking
talking-
about like Forgotten Realms lore?
No, let's go with. Let's see.
just generic D&D
Let's
lore.
Generic
avoid
D&D
the
lore.
crazy ones. So not red, not black, probably not green.
Okay, yeah, well,
so
that would.
Let's go with blue or white's crazy too. Let's go with blue dragons. They're-
Okay.
white or black. No,
No. White are crazy, black are crazy, red are psychotic,
black,
green are mean, and so let's go with blue dragons.
blacks are just like
Death-
crazy
they're just
kids.
death.
Let's clip that. The blacks are what?
Black dragons are crazy kittens. That's what they would be, because like they would just sit there and play with their food until they like slowly kill them in the most painful, agonizing way possible.
Do you know how black dragons decorate their cave? Their lair? Yes, lair is the proper word. With the bodies of those that they've killed and have not completely eaten.
Okay, so this is really easy. So I find one male and one female. They are now mine.
Okay.
I tame these dragons.
Yes.
He has the monopoly on dragons.
Then I make the logical decision.
We have the greatest dragons.
and
Dragons are better than other
for a little
dragons.
added zest, they're inbred.
Then I make the logical decision to kill these creatures. And I'll tell you why. Because, first of all, I didn't spend all this amazing time teaching these things how to be and give them names like Lily the Destroyer. I didn't do that. But I also know that these things are akin to Draxus, and also they could eat me. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, they could eat
I
you.
didn't have the experiences that I had. Now, if I walked with a dragon for weeks and taught it and named it and saw it grow
Reasoned
and learn,
with it.
Well,
that's different.
It also wouldn't be the same thing because while they are really intelligent, they do take a long time amongst their kind to be considered like evolved.
Yeah, they would die. They would absolutely be killed after I took 2 of them. Brother and sister, and yeah, they're gonna mate. They're gonna mate.
Oh, so you're
hard.
not? I thought you were killing the 2 that you were keeping.
No. He's
No,
keeping
no.
those 2.
I'm-
So
I
he has a
misunderstood.
monopoly on the dragon society that will form after.
Because
That's
who
good.
doesn't want to own dragons and breed them?
The
Obviously,
reason I brought up the whole Forgotten Realms thing is because the whole dragon madness.
Oh, okay.
They can't form a society because every time this comet goes by, they eat each other and they eat their young and they destroy.
Does that affect the metallic ones too?
That affects all of
Yeah, it
them.
affects all dragons.
It affects all dragons. That's why dragons. That's well, the elves
I was
did
forgetting
it.
about that.
The elves did it so that they could, spring up and form their own societies because the dragons had them under heel. So
Yeah, like they were even eating their own young and stuff, weren't they?
yeah, because the dragon madness that specifically said dragons will eat their babies. They will attack each other. They cannot live in peace together, which is why dragons are now solitary
They've
creatures.
deleted so much cool like dragon lore.
It's not that they.
Fifth edition.
It's not that they deleted it. They omitted it.
That's
It's still there because it's still applied to the laws of the realm. They just don't tell you about it.
The fairest
We're
dragons.
still in the Forgotten Realms, right? That's like the main D&D
Yeah,
universe.
yeah. Well, I mean, you get like I said, Dark Sun's coming out and all that stuff, but Eberron too.
But overall, they write whatever
Yeah,
they
the main-
do is
All of their
Forgotten.
stuff
thing
happens
is-
essentially on the Sword Coast
Yeah, for the most part,
for the most part.
except for like I think Tomb of Annihilations and Chult.
In Chult, yeah.
Yeah, their writing is definitely decreased.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back, you understand the lore behind why some of the creatures are. I've been listening to Mr. Rex like crazy on
Oh yeah,
YouTube.
I used to too.
Yeah,
Him and AJ Pickett both.
So him, like, he'll go into, like, you'll see why, dragons act a certain way, like, why they're solitary creatures. They're solitary creatures because if that comet comes by, they don't want to be attacked by someone that they considered a friend.
Yeah.
Baby dragons are always being hunted because of all the stuff that you can get from baby dragons, but also how weak they are. But
right. But their body is just as valuable as an adult dragon.
right, but an adolescent dragon will appeal to a most likely an adult female dragon of any color. Chromatic. Whether if it's a chromatic dragon, they'll tend towards chromatic. If it's metallic. But once that wormling becomes a juvenile dragon, or a what am I trying to say here?
Adult?
Not an adult in the
Adolescent, I guess.
when they become capable of their own, then that mentor dragon will kick them to the curb and say, don't come here anymore. Basically.
One other thing I want to bring up, and this is going back to what you were talking about with mind flayers there earlier.
Yeah.
You were saying that you've never heard of a mind flayer cult like worshiping their own like elder brain and making them into a god. Here's one example that I know of that they actually did do that, and it is Bluetspur.
Is this some god in the abyss?
No. Okay. He's an elder brain. He was so heretical in his acts that he ate other elder brains of other colonies of mind flayers. So many of them that, in fact, that he became cursed with a brain rotting disease, flesh eating disease.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah.
So
that cannibalism will do that to you.
he fled to the Shadowfell and created his own domain of dread, just like Strahd does with Ravenloft. It's called Bluetspur as well. And he creates mind flayers there, but then like hybridizes them with vampires, so they're vampiric mind flayers. They worship him as a god, but what they do is they go out and they find people and they drain their spinal fluid, bring them back, and melt themselves down into his brine pool and keep him from rotting away and dying. But yeah, he is a god, technically. Insane. He like elevated himself to godhood. That's pretty cool.
That was a lot of extra steps, though.
Yeah,
he wasn't just controlling a giant mass of people.
Right.
He definitely had to. He added a few steps in there.
Well, he ate all the other elder brains.
There you go.
Where it's at, so
yeah, one or two.
Yeah,
that's the only elder brain that I can think of that's like god level. Unless you want to talk about the one that's in Baldur's Gate 3.
But even then, that elder brain. Yeah, me either. And I'm kind of psyched about it, but I keep buying retro games. But even though he has developed his own sphere of influence, he's still subject to, like, in Forgotten Realms lore, any of the elder gods could wipe him out.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like what's that goddess? I can't think of what. Back in like 3.5 edition, she was like a really, really powerful god. But then, like, somewhere along the way, she fell out of favor, and now she's just like a demigod, basically, at this point. And she's actually in that one book in the Forgotten Realms that's in the far north of the map there. I can't think of what it's called.
Well, here's a question I have for you guys. And we talked about it earlier. What is y'all's thoughts on the explosion aspect of Draxus? Like, can you guys defeat him? Is it the greater good to defeat him now?
We could absolutely defeat him, but
is that for the best?
Is there a way that we could permanently banish him away?
Maybe if Thren was alive.
I have banishment.
Oh, okay.
that was Gillard's plan. That's what I was talking about. I was like, do the thing you did. Like for Gillard, it's easy to make sense.
I did that with the dragon that Jike was controlling.
Yeah.
Read banishment to me.
The problem with Gillard's plan is he's assuming it's easy to kill him and then banish him in that moment before he blows up.
So
it's somebody else's problem.
It's somebody else's.
So like
Gillard's just gonna go, and blow up.
He is of this plane, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if I banished him, it's not like he would go back to his plane of existence. He's on his plane of existence. So whatever plane we send him to is just going to be absolutely decimated.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I don't
know.
The
plane of fire.
Buck doesn't know anything about any other planes. So besides the divine domain.
Yeah, I probably don't have that spell, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Huh?
You probably don't have that spell.
What spell?
I don't know. Dimensional plane.
Hey, are you drinking out of the toilet? Oh.
No, he's got water over there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell, AJ.
No
I'm
wonder
sorry.
he gets so mad at you when you come over. You yell at him when he drinks out of the toilet.
That was the only time I've ever done that. I just saw him kick open the door and
I don't really understand. I don't understand because you say things, you say little things here and there. Like earlier, AJ asked a question and you said, there's something about a bigger planet, or you implied it. If all goes well, I don't understand how you get. I don't think banishing Draxus is the way to go. I just don't feel like that's the.
Well, to be fair, this is Gillard's character plan is kill him, and then right before he blows up, send him away to let him blow something else up. is Gillard's plan. Remember, greater good.
What if he was transported to the domain of the gods?
Honestly,
in that instance,
Gillard will not. Hey, it's like you've been to that graveyard, right? I know how we can wake everybody there up. Just a bomb,
put them down,
send them to the abyss or whatever.
In that instance, though, he achieves what he set out to achieve in the first place, and that's get rid of the gods.
Yeah,
we have like a demonic incursion because you angered a bunch of demons.
Yeah. No, I like sending him to the graveyard. Be like, Tira, I have a package for you. Boom. Oh man.
It's not a problem.
I mean,
I wouldn't see it. I mean, not when we face it, sure, but you know.
I think Draxus
But
is the
continue
key. Draxus is the key.
Do y'all tell this to people? Do y'all tell this to the well, I mean, like if Evelyn said we need to talk, the old guard, the new guard, like, would y'all tell him?
he'll blow up, but we don't know how bad he'll blow up.
Well, no, y'all do. It's world ending bad. Y'all been told that.
That's we haven't had it proven yet.
I would have to, yeah. Because I mean, it's all for naught. We're marching against this guy to end his rule so that we can live. We end his rule and everybody dies, then all we did was kill a guy and we didn't live any further. If we would have killed him, or if we would have let him live, then we could have, survived for a few more 1,000 years.
Pretty evil.
No.
I feel like we're just missing something here. Like, I feel like we're not supposed to kill him. Or banish him, or maybe stick him in a lock or something.
I mean, we're working off of the assumption that he is evil because all of his servants have been evil. But if we get to him and he's just like a chill guy, he's just like,
hey man, what's going on?
Yeah, man, I devour worlds, but I kind of have to. I'm kind of.
I just told those 3 different organizations to just rule the world as best as they could. It's not my fault they screwed it up.
I told them to stay out of my way, and
everything was fine.
And I told them they need to stay out of my way, and I told them that, this is how I need things to be, and I just let them. I don't care how the sausage is made.
We go to the other side of the world and everything's perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
That's how Draxus sounds too. Hey man, no, bro.
It make you think different, Yeah.
Draxus has been the general store owner this entire time. Man, it'll make
Just a different way of looking
when you
at it.
have eaten thousands of worlds, you just think different. You just, you're not that.
But
significant.
I mean, if we get to him and he has his monologue or whatever, and he's just like, I have a divine mandate upon me. I was created as an eater of worlds, and the curse of my existence is that I ate the world that I was created upon. So I now no longer have a divine authority to appeal to, only this mandate to uphold.
It's like he's like a black hole, or like he's got nuclear fusion, or there's I'm so confused. Is he actually a dragon? Do we know that for a fact?
Yeah, how could you say that?
Because he
The dragon told us that.
blow up.
Dragon told you that.
I'm just so confused. I don't know. We need to just get there, dude. We need to just get there.
That's probably enough for
To
keeping it
kill
coming.
or not to kill? That is the question.
We're done with keeping it calm.
Malachi.
I wish I'd have been here to talk about some of this the last time, but there was a storm and I couldn't leave my farm.
Wow.
I think y'all answered that well. I see both sides. I really do. Like I said it on Discord at one point that there wasn't a good decision, there wasn't a bad decision. Like, you're not good for making that decision. You're not bad. You're definitely not bad, but you're definitely not good.
What's your
That's
reasoning?
storytelling.
Your reasoning defines your bend.
And reasoning is why you make decisions.
Yeah, but it wasn't a good decision. It was a bad decision. But your reasoning was
Reasoning behind it is
your reasoning
that
behind
means
it
a lot.
is what's drawn out.
And I wish AJ was here to have clarified on that one thing, but no.
He would have just been yelling. Yeah. All of you guys are total idiots.
What Malachi was coming at y'all with.
Yeah,
Hopefully he listens to this back.
The next part of that was what I thought was interesting, because I thought he misconstrued this to the listeners incredibly. Let me get to it.
AJ Quincy is a fantastic character. You just keep on keeping on, buddy.
I've got a tooth extraction.
Slarster thought that y'all might have actually gotten heated during that.
2? Oh, which 2? 1 on the same side. So
Number 1 and number
1 and no 1 and 17.
No, they call them 1 and 32.
Wait, so 17's here and it goes back across.
Yeah, 1, 17.
No, 1
8,
16.
Or yeah, 1,
17.
16, 17.
I didn't know it. I thought it started the same side, but I didn't realize it curved around.
That's how my dental office did it, but I don't know. If
Well, I think that there's a system because they wrote down. Dude, here's keeping it common. I went to the dentist office and I'm laying there and they're doing a cleaning for me and she's like, yeah, we're gonna get your teeth all beautiful. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then I go in there and they give me a bill if I had to go through with all the stuff they want to do, $9,500. And I was like, that's a big no. That's a big no. And now I've gotten messages follow up. They're like, hey, when do you want to schedule the next part? I'm like, I don't. I have $900 left of insurance for this year, and I will figure out a way of incorporating that as best I can. But yeah, man, I'm sitting there, I'm feeling good. I'm like, I have beautiful teeth. I've never had beautiful teeth my whole life. Boy, $9,000 is too much for beautiful teeth. I'm sorry. I'd rather have normal teeth.
So after that tirade of Malachi's, Slarster put an emoji, simmer down now.
Yeah.
And Malachi said, nah, it's unbelievable how they initially reacted. And Slarster said, I think you're being a bit harsh. And then he went on to say probably Quincy's suggestion to leave them sleeping was a reasonable one. And then Malachi said, I've sat at the table plenty of times during the heat of the moment to know how they reacted was completely uncalled for. They were out of control, accusing Quincy of grave moral evil when all he was trying to do was prevent creating a huge potential problem before they try to save the world. Quincy is the one who is constantly ready to die on the battlefield to save his friends and any other innocent person present. I don't agree with that. I don't think Quincy would die for anybody. He would die for y'all. I don't think he would just die for any innocent person, no. And all that he was asking for was time, and they lose their minds on him from the get-go instead of trying to calmly and rationally present their positions while considering his. It was like a modern-day example of demonizing another person because they have a different opinion than you. I expect more from the party than that. Disagree, but do it like civilized men, which is funny because Quincy is attacking. He's the one being uncivilized.
Yeah.
Where's this at?
Disagree there. Gillard and Quincy both
conspiracies.
pulled weapons out and immediately went to kill Lily.
Hey, I've told you my reasoning for that. Okay, I didn't want 10,000 automatons being woken up right now, which is what both Gillard and Dustin both thought was happening. I was like, Seth needs to calm the hell down. I'm gonna chop her arm off.
Sarster said, "Oh yeah, but it did make for some great in-game drama. I couldn't tell what was character argument and what was player argument. And I said no player argument, all character. Right? No one was angry that game. No one was angry that game. But Malachi again said it was definitely both, brother. There were sparks flying. No, there was no sparks flying. No one was mad about this decision.
No, it was
out of game. No sparks. AJ even said that he had gotten mad the one time that y'all interfered with his mom stuff, like y'all.
Yeah, he said that made him more angry
mad.
than
this did not make him mad.
Yeah. Well, no. He said metagaming.
Yeah,
that's
metagaming.
What it was.
The metagaming.
Knowing that the control caller or the controller was in that guy's trench coat.
Totally understand.
But he didn't get mad about this.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone did.
I do hate metagaming because even if I have ever done it, I really do make as many attempts to not do it.
You know a lot about this campaign, and you have never metagamed.
You know the things that I want to know.
What's that?
It's a question.
But yeah, no, there has not been very many times that people have gotten mad at real life in game. I think Dustin came ready to be mad the time on the boat.
Oh, I was, yeah.
And I don't even think you were actually mad once the game actually started, but you were prepared to be mad.
Yeah.
And then I think AJ got mad that time about the metagaming.
Metagaming, yeah.
I don't know if there's been any other actual players get mad.
Well, no. I don't know. What about the bar? That was just before the boat.
Did you get mad?
I mean, I don't know. I definitely came prepared for the next time, just because of that. But I didn't know if they were mad at me because of me. So you put me in a really precarious situation, Kyle. You came in and you broke everything, and then I had to defend both of us.
Cash Shatter.
Nice.
Cash Shatter on
My
my
boy
bar.
G.
Yeah,
Was
and-
just breaking chairs for no reason.
Yeah, and they were. I think I broke a chair.
Yeah.
because
And he's like, oh, that's fun. So I'll break some stuff.
Yeah, I broke a chair because I was trying to threaten him and get him to leave. And then you broke everything with a shatter spell. And then they're like, well, how was what Rast did right? And I was like, it really wasn't.
That's funny. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I can't defend him.
you also had just gotten carried off by a bird.
He was about to be carried off by the bird.
Oh, no, it was he. Cause I thought
No,
his
y'all
char-
didn't argue while the bird was gone with him. It was like after the arguments were done.
Okay. Oh, we were still in town. That's why. Yeah, we were arguing while we were still in town. I think it was right. I think right as we set off.
No, y'all were floating. Yeah, y'all were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because y'all pushed. Y'all got.
Yeah, there was a lot of moral gray in that little segment.
Mm-hmm.
We were about as morally gray as that town was physically gray.
Oh man, I still can't wait for the arc where we go and take care of the aboleths.
Oh, me too. Me too.
We need to do like a one shot or something like a different route.
No. I want the aboleths to still be a problem in the next game.
Oh,
And then we can still ignore it.
I remember being scared about the aboleths. I'd found a pretty strong aboleth system, and there's a bunch of them. So I was like, man, how am I going to get them to breathing underwater? What am I going to do for this?
Like
and y'all
you
just
touch it with a tentacle, right?
well, then you're also mind controlled, aren't you? Do you get water breathing without mind control?
You become scum, so yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna probably riff off that somehow. Like, yes, y'all had to been touched by him, and that gave y'all
Like
a chance. And
Permanently, physically changes you into scum.
I'm not sad that we skipped the aboleth. Not sad. I'm sad that Tyrell wouldn't let us go into the hells to save Thrin, but oh well.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. And as the DM of this
It's like
I know whether that's true or not.
Gillard wants to listen closer. Is that screams in the background? Yes. What if that wasn't really Thrin? What if we just go save him anyway?
Screw Tyrell. Screw Tyrell in particular.
In the interest of Quincy, we make the rules, not one of us, but all of us. I mean, he can still be Kelly.
Yeah. I offered him that.
What if we get down there and Thrin's in charge of hell? He's like, you're only safe because you're in my domain.
Well, how was Spider-Man?
Oh man.
Is it
Spoilers.
good? I've heard it's good.
Phenomenal.
Of the four, which
Three. But this
And
one
then that's what I was
third
expecting.
best?
3 is the best.
Oh yeah.
But the fourth
So
one
is
wasn't.
this the second best?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Because 1 and 2 are setups for 3,
Right.
and 4 is a setup for what's next.
Doomsday.
Or the next
Not
Spider-Man.
necessarily. Yes and no. So
Gotcha.
it's called Brand New Day, and I fully believe this would be the last standalone Spider-Man movie for probably a decade.
I think this is.
Tom.
No, he'll be in movies.
Yes.
No,
but
he has
he'll be with
another.
other
His
people.
contract is for 3 standalone Spider-Man movies again.
That's over with, I thought.
No, he has another. This is
Brand
the
New
second-
Day renewed a 3-movie contract.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I still stand by that though. He's gonna have people with him. It's not gonna be just Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, he had Doctor Strange in the.
Doesn't he have the Punisher in this one?
Yeah.
He's got more than the Punisher, but it's the Spider-Man
It's so funny,
movies
too, the
is
commercials.
just Spider-Man, and then you have the extras. I don't think it's going to be like that anymore, and I think he makes it pretty apparent in the movie. That's how
I'm
it's
ready
gonna
to see
be.
it. I'm.
It's phenomenal.
I've already been spoiled
And
a little bit.
You also have to remember, just because he has a movie contract doesn't mean it'll be a Spider-Man contract.
Right.
He could be in someone else's movie and fulfill the contract.
And that's how I see it.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
feeling that I got.
Right. Like if they make another
Right,
Captain America, he could be in it, and that would be part of his contract.
That's part of his contract. I think that he has a 3 standalone film contract as well, on top of all the other things. Because I'm sure he'll be in Doomsday.
I mean,
Yeah.
I walked into this not knowing what I was fixing to see, but I was very happy.
I've seen the trailer, so I know what the trailer showed.
There was a couple stories, Marvel stories, and I love that they do this with the cinematic universe. They are so good at making these movies and bringing these stories in together, and I was really happy.
Yeah, new trilogy. Yeah, new trilogy of solo Spider-Man films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
That is really interesting. After you see the ending of this one, you tell me.
Well, I want to see it soon because, like I said, I've already been spoiled on one thing. I knew what it was, but like I hoped it was not. But
I loved it. It was great. It was really good.
I want to go see it. And my boss went and saw it yesterday and texted me and said, it's good.
it's good.
It's good.
I mean, it was just a setup movie for bringing everyone.
Did anyone see Supergirl? No. They're saying this is another coffin, like the Spider-Man movie doing so well is another coffin in the DCU.
Another
again.
nail in the coffin.
Yeah. What did I say? Another coffin in the nail?
Yeah,
Another nail in the
exactly.
coffin. Because, I mean, yeah.
I'm just glad that it's good because Marvel hasn't done good in a long time, it feels like.
Yeah, since they killed off Iron Man and Captain America, and guess
Yeah.
what? They're like, we know we
Well,
messed up here.
No.
Thunderbolts was great.
No, they did.
Thunderbolts was great.
Thunderbolts was fun. It's just people don't know about Thunderbolts and also don't care about a lot of the characters. Thunderbolts was not bad. And after all that was Spider-Man 3, which was fantastic. I think it will be the peak of all Spider-Man films because those three actors' on-screen chemistry was phenomenal. And the Andrew Garfield getting the scene catching MJ is one of my
was so-
favorite things
so
in the
important.
MCU. It was so wonderful. I just wish Sony could do that on their own because they can't.
At least they gave up the villain verse. Like, they're done
Yeah,
with that.
they still tried it. Remember, Craven.
Yeah, no, that's part. They're done though.
Oh, they're done now?
Yeah, they're not doing that no more.
They want to do a Sinister Six so bad, and they just are not capable of it.
I don't know why they don't just get Andrew in and do a Sinister Six movie.
Well, what they could do is make their Sinister Six, have all three of them, contract all three of the Spider-Mans to come in and make it a multiverse project where two villains from each of their universe all got together and thought, since we can't do it individually, we'll do it together and have, just if they hadn't have they hadn't have failed with Madam Web, there would have been a real possibility for this. Yeah. But that movie was trash. It was awful. And Madam Web is one of their best chances because that's part of her thing is being an interdimensional Spider-Man link. Yeah. Didn't even make her an old woman. It was awful.
They did make her blind at the end. So? I mean, people age, Dustin.
Well, no, but I mean,
but she would have never been old enough because it was Peter's mom was in the movie pregnant with him. And she was, what, a 30-year-old woman? Like, so she would not have been ancient by the time Peter was Spider-Man. Yeah.
And also, just the whole movie was just terrible. Yeah, absolutely. Even the villain was terrible.
I never watched Craven. I never got around to it.
I mean, it wasn't bad. So, I guess I'm in the minority here.
I could watch it anytime.
I don't think that the Venom movies were bad. I don't think that Morbius was bad.
Last Dance was pretty bad.
I think their problems are it's like you're on a roller coaster that just instead of like you going down and having fun, you just got off at the top. Right. You never really finished the movie. It just all of a sudden the movie was over and we were just left with like, was that a 2-minute climax? Like what? What were we here for an hour and a half?
Crazy junk. I mean, starting off with showing Michael Keaton talking to Scorpion. Right? No,
it was
talking to Morbius.
Yes,
talking to Morbius. Weird. Uh-huh. And then was it the Morbius movie that they had the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man only in the commercials? There was like
a thing in the background.
Yeah, never actually happened in the movie.
Right.
Like they just tease people constantly.
Yeah, and
never gave them anything.
And then there's nothing happened of it because Sony just can't keep their stuff together. At this point, they're just making stuff because they don't want to lose the license. It feels like, and that's when you've really failed. Like
just sell it.
Like that Fantastic Four movie was garbage. Not First Steps. The one before First Steps.
Fantastic Four Stick.
Yeah, that movie was trash, and they only made it because they didn't want to lose.
Because the four is right in between Fantastic and Fan Four Stick.
They only made it because they didn't want to lose rights to it because they knew it had potential, and that is a terrible, awful thing to do, especially with how good Marvel was doing.
The new
at the
one's
time.
is not a Sony movie though. It was a Marvel movie.
I believe. Well, because something happened. I think didn't Disney acquire a bunch of stuff? Disney acquired Fox, I think, and that's how they got it. That's how they got Fantastic Four and X-Men back. And now Fantastic Four is a part of the MCU. It just hasn't been connected yet, which is what we're leading into with the future movies. But it's First Steps was okay. I mean, it was all right.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie. It's just it's being compared to everything else, and that's where it kind of fails.
What was better, the new Fantastic Four or the new Superman? You didn't like the new Superman?
I've watched it. I've seen different things out of it.
Oh no, people are saying like it's really good.
I liked the new Superman. It was just like
the problem is I don't want to like Superman. I don't really care for him.
I don't care about Superman at all.
Same.
I took my nephew.
Batman too.
I like that they threw the rocks and stuff at him, and they actually like made it proper. It was funny.
I took I went and watched the new Superman movie with my nephew and took my 5-year-old, and of course, taking a 5-year-old to a movie. Well, he was 4 at the time. Not really his thing. They left 20 minutes in, which is a good thing because the language is awful. But it was all right.
I think I liked the Fantastic Four movie better than I liked the Superman movie.
Well, okay. Then what did you like better, the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson or the new Fantastic Four? It was good.
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I just want Batman too.
Are they going to do more with it?
Yeah.
Good, because I'm worried that's going to be a one-off. And
it's been pushed. It got pushed back again, but what's the director's name?
I have no idea. Is it the same director for the first one? Okay.
He just released figure trailers, like what the Batman looks like, and it's snowing. I don't, and who did they just Scarlett Johansson has been signed on to it as like a villain, so they're thinking it might be a Poison Ivy movie. Matt Reeves, yeah. So yes, it's spring of 2028, I think, is when it's been pushed back to now.
Tell me, it's released or it's
released. It's released.
So it's in production.
Yes.
Okay.
2028 expected February 18th. 2028.
Okay.
Someone asked y'all to post your pictures of your character sheets on.
I just remade mine, so that works.
How many times have y'all remade y'all's character sheets now?
Twice.
3 or 4 times?
Maybe
5 times?
You never have. Did you just keep making new characters?
We made it once.
Oh. No, I like Thren's still the same, like from the very beginning all the way through the middle of the campaign.
You used the same sheet. You didn't rewrite anything.
Oh, I've redone mine probably 3 times. This is probably the third. The one I have right now is the third copy. The first copy was all handwritten. Hated it. I made it. I digitized it within a year. Just because we were playing really spread out, and I just kept pushing it back. I finally digitized it and got it where it's actual text, and then this is technically the third copy of my character sheet.
Ooh,
That's just because I had so much handwritten on my old one.
My first one, I had that. I guess I didn't. Maybe I remade it once, and then Buck went through his transformation to a full cleric, and
So you had to redo it.
So I had to redo it. And then from that one, I've got this one. So maybe 3 or 4 times. This one's cardstock, so I'm wanting to keep it forever.
Y'all just went to level 17, right?
16.
Only 16? Yeah.
Yeah,
Gosh.
because I don't have my capstone fighter ability yet.
Frick.
Boy, when I get that ability, that's gonna be fun.
Listen, if this turns out to be a battle, it could be.
Oh, y'all are definitely leveling up after the Miranda fight.
Okay,
I just don't know how many
there's
more.
going to be a fight. It is confirmed.
She is a problem. What if we all just agree to work for her? Except for Rask, who's ambition and
I
can't.
might give you a level up anyway.
Yeah.
I need y'all up there.
Good
towards
decision.
20.
Good decision. It's worth XP.
Yeah, it's like you've received Miranda's power. Get a level up.
As the campaign comes to an end, I'm trying to get to the end. I'm like, do I want to keep adding battles, or do I just want the gods to give you 1 or 2?
Well, I mean, it would kind of make sense story-wise for them to give us a last buff.
It's like
Right
this
after
is the remnants of our power, and then
Like in Critical
those of us
Role,
without gods.
they all got boons, you know. And the boon could be a level up.
Or two.
Or two.
Or 3.
Yeah.
2 level ups. Yeah.
Hit you just go straight to 20.
Go to 20, guys.
Whatever gets me to the next thing where I can get another thing of magic. So
Of course,
3 level ups.
of course.
Well, for
You would
you,
say that.
you won't get another
You're
thing of
ambitious.
magic.
Yeah, you don't get another
You won't get
ASI,
another
I
one.
don't think.
Your last one is 16. I think I get another one, but you don't.
AJ could, because he's
weird. Yeah, his character's weird.
He didn't just get an ASI. Is the problem?
Well, he's gonna miss one because he went 5 levels of Bard. So the only way he'll get another one is if he goes 3 more levels of Bard, which I don't believe he wants. Pretty sure your last one is at 16. You don't get one at 20.
I think you're right. You just unlock your full potential at level 20. I can become an avatar of
19.
battle.
3 more levels.
You do
Ability
get one
score improvement.
You do get one as a monk.
Cool.
It must be because you're a monk. I don't
Just
think.
ability score improvement? Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah.
So you do get one.
Huh?
You do get one.
Yeah.
Okay, it must be because you're a monk. I don't know the.
Yeah, I need
monks.
that mount one. That's what I need next.
What, so you can ride your bird.
Ride Draxus.
I get an ability score improvement at 19.
Oh, so everyone gets one at 19.
I got one at 16 and 19.
Okay.
I thought they were every 4 level. I guess it's a higher level thing. I don't know. I know you get something crazy at 20. All paladins get something crazy at 20.
Yeah, well, I get
In
the
5th edition.
They get the their aspect
Yeah.
ability.
And it's going to be crazy. If he gets to 20, he's going to be a monster.
I always wanted y'all to be level 20.
We probably won't survive if we're not level 20, is what he's saying.
There's so many of y'all. Good grief.
But
The
neither
whole
will
world's gonna explode.
But neither will the planet, so who cares?
Anything else anyone wants to talk about? Anything interesting going on in your life? Any games? Any movies you've seen?
Well, like I said, I just spent a few dollars today on a new retro game. I got a new retro game.
A new game. That was-
I bought
Came out 30 years ago.
Rugrats Search for Reptar on PlayStation.
okay.
$13.
Oh, I'm sure
It
it'll
was
be.
entirely too much.
I'm sure it'll be free on PSN eventually.
Complete inbox, which is what this is 20. So I mean, I still came in under the radar.
Maverick has been playing that Nickelodeon Smash 2 or whatever. It's not Smash.
The one that we were playing.
Yes, he
It's like a
loves it.
Smash clone.
So since then, he has watched the Jimmy Neutron movie,
Okay.
and he loved it. He
Okay.
thought Sheen yelling, "I'm peeing in the shower" was the funniest thing. That's funny because
We
that's the
all
funniest
did,
part of the
man.
movie.
I
That's the
love
funniest part of the movie.
that. I love that Seth's child is experiencing quality cartoons.
I'm still doing it.
because
Go.
because the cartoons that kids are growing up now today with are
Dude.
are shoddy
Yeah.
replica of what we grew up with.
My kid, we have several streaming platforms.
Yes.
Okay. And we cycle through them. For the past 2 months, my son has just been going to the free Roku channels.
Uh-huh.
You
Talking about Pluto?
No. Roku has its
Oh,
own
Roku has a Pluto that's like
kind
similar
of
to
like that. Yeah, it's just like its
Okay.
own guide, and it's 24 hours of the same show.
Yeah.
Just different episodes
Yeah,
or whatever.
Pluto does that too. That's one I think about.
We've been cycling through 3 shows.
Gunsmoke.
No,
Gilligan's Island.
that would be great. Caillou,
Okay.
Power Rangers,
I love that one.
and Pokemon.
Is it only the Mighty Morphin? Because on Pluto, it's only the Mighty Morphin.
I think it might be. It keeps.
There might be one other.
They might
Power
switch it up
Ranger.
every now and again.
It's mostly Mighty Morphin. for
But like
us.
last night, I watched the very last episode of Pokemon, where Ash.
Well, you talking about the Indigo League?
No,
You're talking about the Alolan League where he actually wins?
no, I'm talking about the end of
Original.
the series
It's not over. They're about to make a new season.
with Ash.
You
Because-
have no idea how
because
wrong you are.
Because this in 2023 they came out with this episode, and I even did research after reading it or after watching it, and they were like, "Sure, this is going to take, these."
So you're talking about the most recent Pokemon then?
I'm
I
talking.
think that's Indigo, right?
No.
Kyle. What's the most recent anime of Pokemon?
So Ash
on-
goes on a lot of
Loser,
journeys.
not that big
Right.
of a loser.
I thought that the Alolan one was supposed to be his last one because it's the only time
is that
he
the
ever
one with
won.
Go?
Who?
the other boy antagonist with the red in his hair go?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know about the.
It's Hawaii.
It's in Hawaii. It's the Alolan region. It's
Right.
where he goes to school.
Right.
Ash finally goes to school and learns how to be a Pokemon trainer, and then in the
Doesn't he
Alolan
win in
region,
Alolan?
that's the only time he's ever won.
I thought he won another one.
He came in top 16 in Indigo. I don't know what happened in Black and White or any of the other ones that he went on, but in the Alolan region, he finally won. He
Right.
beat that dude's Charizard.
And then after
I have no idea what happens after that.
After he beats the Pokemon League, he goes back home, and it shows this like series end.
Okay, see, I haven't seen that.
Epilogue.
Yeah.
It shows like this epilogue that
Okay.
he's just going around Pallet Town. He's, his mom's like, "Hey, what are you gonna do today?" He's like, "I'm gonna go walk in Viridian Forest," and it's just him and Pikachu.
Right.
And like Team Rocket gets back together after being separated for a long time, and they try to take Pikachu. Well, Ash's Pidgeot.
The one that he set free?
Yeah, comes back and because he didn't have any other Pokemon on him,
Right.
and he like helps free Pikachu, and then he sees Gary, and Gary's like, "Well, now that you won the Pokemon League, are you a Pokemon Master? Do you feel like a Pokemon Master?" And he didn't answer, and it was just like silence. And then
Keep in mind, this kid's like 11.
and then he's he's out in the forest, and it starts raining, so he gets under a tree, and he looks at all these Pokemon that are getting out of the rain, getting under the tree, and he goes, "The more I think about it, Gary asked me if I was a Pokemon Master. I won't be a Pokemon Master until I'm friends with every Pokemon."
Right.
And then he sets off. He puts his new shoes on that his mom got him.
He can run finally.
And he says, "So which way are we going, Pikachu?" And there's a fork in the road. And Pikachu brings him this stick, and he throws the stick, and it points in this direction, and he just takes off walking. And whenever I looked into it, this happened in 2023. Whenever I was looking at what this was, because I was like, okay, well, what's the next season? They're like, this was the series end for Ash.
Brash, yeah, I knew that
So,
that had been
Just announced a new Ash series.
Okay.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, hey, and what they said is Netflix is coming out with Pokemon Horizons. It's not going to be Ash centric.
Yes.
It'll take place in that universe.
Right.
But
See, I
it'll
had heard
probably-
about what you were talking about, where Ash was retiring his adventure,
Yeah.
and they were going to move on in new directions.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had announced a new Ash show. That's funny
Right.
because they refused to let go of the poor little 10-year-old.
I might be wrong.
But what they said is basically they might introduce Ash into the show,
Right.
But he's not going to be like.
Yeah, he's going to be an adult probably.
Yeah, maybe not even that,
Right.
because what I was reading was saying a lot of fans of the show were upset that it didn't show this Ash as an adult, achieving and doing all these
Right.
great things.
I'm wrong. I'm just Facebook lied to me, and I believed it.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. So Ash's story is over,
Yeah.
which I had heard that was supposed to happen because the joke was that he's been across the Indigo League, he's been across the Johto League,
Orange.
he went across the Orange Islands before the Johto League,
Yeah.
with Tracy,
Yeah.
then across Johto.
And that's
he went
another
to Black. He went to Black and White and Platinum's place. I remember seeing him because I remember he always partners up with a freaking gym leader. I don't know why.
Hoenn.
In the Hoenn League? Is
Yeah.
that the one in Paris?
That's the one. No. Hoenn was third gen. So
Okay, yeah. So Hoenn
advanced.
was
It was called Pokemon Advanced League or something like that.
so is that where he's with the little girl with the gibble?
No, Torchic.
No, he's with hot AF May. Son.
May has Torchic.
Don't they get married, actually?
She wears red. She's got a bandana that's red.
Okay.
It's Torchic, Mudkip, and Trico.
Yeah, and he has Trico,
Yeah.
and who has Mudkip? I think they started dividing up the starters for a little while.
Yeah.
Because they stopped giving them all to him.
Yeah.
I know he's the one that gets in the one with the girl with the gibble, he gets the water type. I can't remember which one it is now.
It's not.
I know
alligator.
he gets that's the second that's Johto.
That's not the
He
one
does-
that turns
he
into
gets-
Greninja. Or yeah,
He does get a Greninja. I know that.
I know that.
But he gets Chikorita for not for alligator, the first form.
He also gets Cyndaquil.
He gets all three of them in that one. But like I said, they went on a tangent where he always got all the starters.
Yeah.
He had all the starters
like
in
the
Indigo.
first three, yeah.
There are no starters in Orange. He got all the starters in Johto.
Yeah.
In Hoenn, I don't remember.
Orange is just an extension of the first gen.
Yeah. They actually made a book for it. A few of the Johto Pokemon were released in there because of Meryl. And I think Tracy has one more. That was from the Orange Islands. I can't remember who it is, though. He had a Scyther, a Meryl, and one more.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But and Togepi was also introduced in the Orange Island League.
He was Togepi was introduced in Gen 1.
But I didn't think
in the anime.
No, but I didn't think the egg had hatched until Orange Islands, or the egg hatched maybe at the end of Indigo.
Misty was in it at all, was she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Misty and Brock were his travel companions for Indigo.
I've been playing a lot of Leaf Green lately.
Brock wasn't there in the Orange Islands.
No,
is what I'm saying.
No. Brock was with Professor Oak, I think. He was trying to be remember because he wanted to be a Pokemon breeder for a long time. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Brock originally wanted to be, I think, a Pokemon. No, maybe I'm thinking of Tracy.
Togepi pops up in the first season.
Okay.
It hatches in because I remember.
Isn't it Misty's or is it Ashes?
It ends up being Misty's, but they were arguing over who gets it.
Yeah, Misty ended up carrying the egg around
because
for
she
forever.
thinks it's so cute.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I was carrying it or whatever. And
weird because it's not a water Pokemon.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the point of contention.
Yeah, and
she wanted it because it was cute.
Yeah, but also Brock has Vulpix and Zubat, and
he's wanting to be a breeder. He's wanting to be a Pokemon breeder,
right? Because he doesn't just want to be a Rock type gym leader. You know, there's actually a fan made game. A Pokemon game where you can be the gym leader and you pick what you want your element to be, and you can only catch Pokemon that have that element. It's a really cool. Hey, unfortunately, it's a singular story, and once you finish it, you're done. You have to start back over.
I have been watching a lot of Pokemon because I've been playing Leaf Green. I've got a Nuzlocke going, and I've got just a normal.
Are you tracking it with a spreadsheet, or are you just trying to remember? Because my problem with those is I never stick to my spreadsheet, and then I'm like. Did I catch something from Route 12 already? I don't remember.
I'm not keeping up with it, but I know where I've caught everything. Okay. I've not gotten very far.
You're going to want to do a spreadsheet.
Listen, if there's anything you need from Fire Red.
I'd like to do... I really need to get a computer and like get on a emulator and play. So I would love to play some of the randomizer ones. Like
man, those are crazy.
If you do need anything from Fire Red, that's the one that I have. Okay. So I think there's a certain Deoxys.
I have emulators for all of them.
There's different forms.
I had them on my phone for forever.
I also have a trade cable. So if you wanted to trade,
I'm on Switch. You don't need a trade cable.
Dang it! Never mind. I've got mine. I've got all my old school ones.
I really hope that they're about to re-release the Heart Gold and Soul Silver because that's really what I want to play. I want to play.
I never played Heart Gold Soul Silver
Alligator
because
Cyndaquil.
Silver and
Alligator is.
I wish they'd do Crystal. Crystal's what I remember. That's what I played.
Yeah,
but they won't.
I know.
Well, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are technically better because Lugia and Ho-Oh are better.
They took Crystal because Crystal was it fixed Gold and Silver, and then they just made that a part of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I just want a Crystal because that's what I
mean. I'm very casually trying to do the 151 in.
That's what I'm doing on my main game. I'm wanting to get a
Pokemon
Living Dex
Yellow right now. Yeah,
Living Dex is tough.
I'm doing. I've got Mew in Yellow.
I reset.
You cheated kind of thing
with the
in that town.
I don't know about the town thing, but like you encounter somebody with the Slowpoke,
press pause while you talk to them, and
before they battle you.
Yeah,
and thank God I was done with the campaign, but I hadn't battled this guy.
That's crazy.
By some luck, okay, and then I got it to work, and I got a Mew. I got a level 5 Mew.
You did the thing where you saved beforehand, so if you screwed up, and then when you talk to him, you pause the game, and then you fly back, and then you can run and encounter Mew.
And then you come out of the Pokemon Center.
That's
and you
so crazy. I didn't even know if it was real. Like someone was explaining how to do it, and I was like,
"Well, I had to go.
They're trolling. That's not real."
There was that rumor about Mew being under a truck. But I'm not going to go for missing. No, I'm not.
It'll screw your game up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
well, 100%. Because it screwed my red game. My version red up. It's all screwed up now.
Yeah, I ain't doing it.
I tried to, and I got so mad. I was like, I'm gonna get rid of this guy before he screws my game up. So, do you sure you want to let Missingno go? I was like, yeah. Congratulations, you've let your Venusaur go. What? I was like, well, there goes my level 100 Venusaur.
Dang it.
Dude, and my Mewtwo is like at level 86 because I keep going to the Pokemon League
And whooping them all with him.
well, trying to so that I can level them up.
Yeah.
I found out that you lose half your money when you lose. So I'm not really making any money.
Yeah.
My Mewtwo keeps getting higher and higher, way far and above all my other ones.
Right.
But I'm going currently through. Let's see where I'm at because I have it saved on here. I think I am at Slowpoke right now. Slowpoke to Slowbro. But I've got all the trade ones worked out, except for Poliwrath. I need to get Poliwrath is a water stone. Never mind.
Yes.
There was one video, and I got into it. I was posting it on Discord even. I was trying to get a shiny team, but Lord, 1 in 8,000 is hard.
If you're not using an emulator to run the speed boost, you're going to waste a lot of your life.
I did it for 20 hours.
Let me tell
I
you.
gave up after over 3,000 resets.
Let me tell you how
my
mad
starter.
at myself I am, okay? When I was a kid, the first time I played Silver and I let the legendary beasts go, I found Suicune, caught it, didn't know what it was.
Right.
Caught Raikou. Caught Raikou, found Raikou.
Is this in Silver and Gold?
Regular Silver, yeah.
That means they're really, really hard to run into.
Yeah, if they
hard
roar
to run
once,
into.
they're gone.
I caught them both after running into them several times.
Yeah.
And I showed it to my cousin. My cousin's like, "You have Suicune and Raikou?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just ran into him." Got rid of that game. Realized those are one of a kinds.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's not Entei. Entei is the dog.
Entei is the one the
Entei's
movie
the
was
dog.
about.
Yeah, they got Pokemon the movie 3. Yeah. Come on, he's the one.
What was your starter for those? Because you're supposed to catch them in a certain order based off of who your starter is.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, you caught.
You're only supposed to be able to catch
Probably-
one of them, right?
What,
No, you can catch all three.
You can catch all 3.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought,
One
I
of
thought
them-
it was the opposite of your thing.
One of them is a story mode thing. The other 2 are wild encounters, and they're very, very hard to find. And you can only find them. You have to track them down.
Yeah.
And they leave. If
They
you do
move
anything,
every time you move to a different zone. Like
They
if
move
it
to a
shifts,
different zone.
And then if they
move.
roar, they're gone forever in some of them.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
If they roar you away,
Yes. They'll be gone forever.
I'm
Look it
pretty
up.
sure that happened to me, but it didn't.
I don't know.
Look it up.
But I'll look it up here in a second.
Someone needs to
I
take
think
me
I
to go get
started
the
with
pizza.
Cyndaquil because I always wanted to go with the fire top,
Right.
which is not the play.
Totodile.
Cyndaquil is so good, but for alligator is also
For
so
alligator-
I
Top
love Totodile, and I like having a little baby crocodile.
Yeah. And then Crocnaw. Like, that's the thing, is I can remember in 4th grade having that game and running into my rival, which I didn't even know what a rival was in 4th grade. So they're like, tell us your rival's name. I was like, well, his name's Rival. I mean, you just told me. So like,
I seriously name mine Aaron every single time.
So I run into this guy, Rival, he's here to battle you. And he's got Crocnaw before you go into the Ilex Forest. I can't beat him.
Yeah.
I can't beat Crocnaw with my level 12 Cyndaquil. Like, what's going on here?
You can. I don't think he actually learns any good water moves early, so you can actually beat him really easily.
Oh, dude, he was.
He knows bite. His bite hurts.
Splash. Bite.
Splash doesn't do damage.
No, not splash.
Water gun. His water gun.
Yeah.
But he learns that as Totodile.
Yeah.
I was saying, Crocodile doesn't
Absolutely.
learn any powerful water moves.
Absolutely knocked me out. And I am going to somehow figure out a way to get the GS ball so I can get, is it Jirachi in the Ilex Forest?
I can't remember.
So, Celebi.
Celebi, yes.
Yeah.
You have to have the GS ball to get Celebi?
Yeah.
I thought all of those were event only Pokemon.
It is.
You have to go to the guy. You have to go to the people
You
at
have
the
to take
TV station.
You have to take the GS ball to Kurt. Kurt turns it into the actual ball.
Right.
You put it in the shrine, and Celebi appears.
Oh, okay.
My little sweet onion Pokemon. I'm gonna get it.
I think Jirachi's amazing. I know from the Ruby and Sapphire versions. Once you've beaten the game, you go to a guy at the TV station, and if you tell him a password, it'll unlock like a couple of the rare ones, like Lunatone. I think it's Lunatone. Luna something.
Soul Rock and Lunatone.
Oh no, not Lunatone. It was the one that was opposed to Deoxys. No.
You're talking about in Gen 3. You're talking about
maybe I'm getting my
Groudon.
Yeah. Isn't that where the dark one was from too?
Darkrai?
Darkrai,
No.
yeah.
So
that's platinum then that I'm thinking
think
of that.
so.
I remember in the game where you can get Darkrai, you had to go to the TV guy and you have to give him a password, and that's how you got Darkrai, that's how you got Heatran, and that's how you got whatever the moon one was called.
I got you.
And that's how you could get all of those outside of doing the events.
I got you.
At the time.
Dude,
maybe in platinum.
I have Pokemon Pearl version, and the person that had it before I did, or the person that had the
save.
The save,
yeah.
They have multiples of all of the legendaries. Like
that means they played the game multiple times and traded it back to another copy.
I'm talking from all gens.
Right. Well, for a long time, if you had all the proper equipment, you could trade your Pokemon over.
Well,
I had the ability to do that once in my life.
So I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think these are got them from events.
I mean, it's possible. There were events back in the day. Usually it involved GameStop or something like that.
Right.
They just didn't have them very often in the U.S.
Right. A few years back, even in Alpha or Sapphire, or not Alpha Sapphire, X and Y, they had events going on for like 30 years of Pokemon.
Yep.
And you could go to GameStop every few months and get something.
The only ones I ever really played, I played Red. I played Crystal. I didn't play Gold or Silver. I played Ruby, and then I skipped a lot of what's next. Yeah. And then I eventually came back to play X and Y. What came first, X and Y or Platinum or Diamond and Pearl?
Diamond and Pearl.
So I played Diamond and Pearl, then I played X and Y, then I stopped playing until I guess Alola.
Black and White is supposed to be amazing.
I skipped Black and White because I wasn't
Black and
playing.
White 2 is supposed to be amazing.
There you go.
I skipped I skipped the whole black and white saga. I wasn't playing Pokemon then. It was when I was in high school, and then I came back for X and Y because that was when they did Mega Evolutions, and I'm a big Digimon fan, so I was like, they ripped off Digimon. Let's go see what they're doing. And Mega Evolutions were cool.
So, Silver was the first game I ever bought with my own money.
Right.
You know, I'm talking in the sphere, and I've said it on this podcast before. So I got Silver. And then, like a couple years later, Seth's Crystal was on the fritz. And he's like, you can just have it. He gave me Crystal. Turns out it was a bad battery. I didn't fix it until I was an adult.
Right.
And then after Silver, after I graduated high school, I got Red and played that. And then I got Yellow and played that.
Okay.
Maybe a couple years later, I bought Emerald and Fire Red. And I think that's my. Oh well,
Red's a huge step down from Crystal.
Man, and yeah, just to look at Charizard between the difference between Red and Silver.
Because in Silver, you can still go back to the Indigo League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only time I think they ever did that, and it was super awesome.
Yeah. And then I bought X, or no, Y. Y is the one with the bird.
Yeah, Yveltal.
I bought
Xerneas and Yveltal.
Yeah, I bought Y.
Boy, they sure disrespected Zygarde back then. They had a Z Pokemon, didn't make Z. And then they brought him back, made him important in Alola for whatever reason.
Yeah,
although
that was so weird.
His complete form is sick. Zygarde complete he's like a I don't know, like a superhero Pokemon. He just I don't know. It's like if Captain Planet put all the pieces together and just wrecked your face. He's so freaking strong.
Yeah.
I think he has more health when you consider his complete form's ability. Mm-hmm. He has more health than like any Pokemon ever. Because when he hits 50% in his incomplete form, he becomes his complete form. His health pool doubles. So he now has as much health as he had when you started fighting him. But if you have a way to heal him, he now has a lot more health.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah. The complete form is an absolute beast. That's why he's reserved for, the Uber tier. Immediately stuck in the Uber tier.
Anything else? Is that
for me, my man?
Yeah.
kind of hit on the console a little bit there.
Yeah, a little off and on all over the place. Pokemon's nice. I do believe Pokemon is finally going to lose their lawsuit against Power World officially.
Yeah,
it's looking that way from what I've read. A little bit loosely read here and there because I'm just kind of sick of the whole thing. I think they are going to lose their lawsuit after all this is finally said and done. And when they do lose it, Power World can put throwing spheres back into the game because
What are they doing right now?
the Pokemon just appear next to you.
Oh, that's
The
right.
pals
yeah.
just appear next to you.
That's
Pals, not Pokemon. That would get them sued. The
Yeah.
pals appear next to you, and I'm so ready to. I hated that. I hated losing that feature.
Yeah.
Like it was fun. Like my whole thing was when I'm fighting, I would throw my pal behind the pal fighting me. That way he'd stop attacking me and turn around. Now he just keeps attacking in the direction that you are because your pal is summoned right next to you. So you're just it's like imagine they're about to shoot a giant death beam and you just made their target like 2 feet next to you. It's like great, I'm gonna get hit in the giant death beam.
So you're playing this on a computer, right?
I play this. Well, I can play on PC or PlayStation 5. I've bought Power World twice.
Oh, so it's on PlayStation.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah. If you like Pokemon, you need to play.
I might.
Power World is
it
amazing.
is tax free weekend. So if you guys wanted to get a laptop or anything for any purposes, this
I'll
weekend's
keep that in
probably
mind. I'll keep that in mind.
or clothes. Any all kinds.
Oh,
of
is this for back to school?
Yeah. So tax free weekend happens every year, the first
Right.
weekend of August. I mean, it's 10% off basically.
I'm planning on playing The Witcher finally.
The Witcher 3?
yeah.
Okay.
Because I
It's-
want to see what the DLC is going to be about that they're coming out with.
Are they coming out with another one this late in the game? Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's going to be the third DLC. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Boy,
It's in preparation for 4. For
Right,
The Witcher
right.
4.
I gotcha.
Is
Is
the-
Geralt even going to be in 4?
Probably as a side character because you're playing a Ciri in this one.
That's what I thought.
But I can't imagine them not having The Witcher in The Witcher. you
I
know?
can't remember how it
But
ended.
then again, I've seen the series. So.
is the new CEO of Bethesda going to save Bethesda? Isn't she the new CEO?
She's the new CEO over Xbox and Microsoft or whatever.
Oh, I thought she
Ashley
was.
Sharma,
She's-
whatever her name is.
she's-
I thought she was Bethesda's CEO.
No,
she's the boss of the boss, but
Yeah.
Todd Howard is
Right.
still.
Yeah,
Oh, is
yeah,
he still
yeah,
okay?
He's still there.
I just assumed he was like their
They let
lead
a
developer.
bunch of people go though. Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Yeah.
So many people.
Well,
are
they got
going.
to trim the fat.
Yeah,
And
but they
I hate to say it that way.
they let a bunch of people to go though that were necessary to the game.
Oh, sure.
Games.
I'm sure,
multiple.
but at the same time, would you want the same people that developed Skyrim to give you the next installment as it's the returns on the intellectual property are diminishing.
From
okay?
a lore perspective,
From a
yes.
lore perspective, they're diminishing. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, we're talking about Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls. So I mean, if she cleans house and brings in some creatives that are fresh into it, and I mean, would you prefer that?
If she
Just
made,
judging from the creatives that they've been bringing in lately.
That's
I
not
don't-
what I'm talking. I mean,
I don't have
I'm
any
just saying, would you want
faith
more
in-
of the same, or would you want them to take a gamble and try to branch out into what Morrowind was?
Well, I understand back when they fired Michael Kirkbride that they did it because I think like he was like on drugs or whatever. I think that was like the reason. But like the dude wrote some of like their best lore.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I mean, dude, LSD can do that.
yeah, it'll get your creative juices flowing.
Yeah,
as
but
well
I'm
as your-
serious. Like if you read some of his stuff, like in the games, like it's
Yeah.
like some of the best stuff. That
Yeah,
they ever had.
no. I mean, it's super. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, and creative people, tech CEOs are doing ayahuasca. So I mean, like it's not out of the realm of possibility for somebody to have great creatives going on.
Also, that one guy I forgot. Ted Peterson. And there was some. It's the guy that Julianos is named after. The god Julianos. He's named after that guy, Julian LaFay. That guy, he died of cancer just this last like January there. This past January. I think he had like pancreatic cancer, but he was one of the creative minds behind a bunch of the lore too.
Yeah.
And he left them though before all that and actually started doing what's that project? It's called I can't think of the name of it now. It was supposed to be like a Daggerfall-esque game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like procedurally.
Daggerfall, if I'm not mistaken, is the largest map they've ever
Yeah,
created.
it's procedurally generated though.
Yeah, okay.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because it never. You could. I literally heard. I can't remember who it was. They were saying like you could literally walk across the game. I think it was like an entire literal in-game literal day walk across the whole map.
Yeah. Crazy.
From one point to another.
Well, I think we better shut it down, boys, and get some pizza.
Yeah, before it's all gone.
Hey, do we hit spacebar to? All right.
Spacebar.
So hit us up every Monday and Friday on Twitch.
Yeah, come join us.
Join the Discord. We would love to have discussions with you guys. As you can tell, Malachi got a little in his feelings about some things. But we're happy.
Malachi.
We're happy to set him straight in person or on the Discord or when he's not here on the podcast talking about how
or pop into Twitch and let him have it.
We'll absolutely destroy him with the logic that he can't present. But other than that, guys, we appreciate you listening. Hit us up in the Discord. We always want more friends. All right. Later.
That tape doesn't check.